Cut the music. Cut the music. Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
What a mess. What a mess. I didn't click the... I didn't click... I didn't click save on restream, and I just started streaming Tucker. God, and I had to restart the whole damn stream.
I feel your pain. I've been there. It's fine.
Oh, boy.
It's fine.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing better than you, man. I gotta say.
Oh, hold on. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AAA meeting. I'm your host, Sinatra says, as usual, with me is Polydub. Drunkle is late. Shocking. He said he is on his way home from the bar, so he will be here at some point. Maybe. He said it as a joke, but God bless, it's becoming real.
Yeah, well. You can actually hear me?
Yeah. Well, even.
Discord, my name isn't lighting up when I'm talking, so just checking.
All right. You want to give it the old restart real quick? It's up to you.
Well, if you can hear me, fuck it. Discord is getting worse and worse, man. It really is.
It really is.
No, all jokes aside, it is. I'm not just like, everyone's, I'm complaining about technology. No, I mean, Discord is actually getting worse with every update, man.
Well, I think it's like once every show on your guys' channel, I have to stop and restart Discord because it just decides to change the audio output.
Yeah. Yeah, and every update, it resets all my notification settings and audio video settings. So I have to go back in and why are these all default? Nobody likes your defaults.
No, nobody likes default settings. Just save it as we save it and hold it over.
It's not like I didn't sign in. Like it saves all my servers. It saves all so there's a set of data that's associated with my login credentials. Why the fuck are my settings and anyone's settings not part of those login credentials? Fuck.
Before we get too far, can we? I got a package from 12231627, and it had
nice.
a little thing for you that I got to send your way.
Oh no shit! Cool.
Yeah, it had a little thing for Drunkle I got to send his way.
I wish he picked a better name because he's good people, but it's like, hey, 1223. I'm just gonna start calling him surplus. 223. You're surplus, buddy.
You're exponent from now on. But included in that package was his re-entry into the comic club. So I just want to get a big thank you out there. I celebrated on the video clip of me unboxing it. I took a hit of the comic juice before we got started because I got a call from the post office that they got the package yesterday. They were supposed to get it on the 14th, but they got it yesterday for some reason. And on the package, I see that he paid for overnight shipping. So he was constantly texting me like, hey, you got to go get it. Go pick it up when it gets there. Go get it. Right. It had a root beer whiskey and something else in it. And I went that day and it just wasn't there. They're like, when we get it, we'll call you. So 223, you might want to get in touch with them and see if you can get some of that money back because they did not overnight it. It took them 2 days to get it to me.
Okay, overnight ain't cheap. So if you pay for it and you don't get it, yeah, raise hell.
Yeah.
Fucking right.
I want to called me at like
some money back.
They called me at the end of the day yesterday too, and I went and picked it up at like 4 o'clock.
Nice.
But
so, yeah, speaking of which, I've been going to fucking over hill and dale over the past couple of days. Well, 3 days. Went into Photoshop, Sony Vegas editing creation fest. Sin, I got a new game. You're gonna dig it. I think you're gonna dig it the most. So I was creating the template for it, the background for it, whatnot. That's gonna be a gang of fun. The continuing on with the thing we were talking about with the the thing with the stuff with the going.
Oh,
the other,
yes.
So that's coming along. I've been working at it with great alacrity and prestigiousness.
Ooh.
And
does that mean
big $2 phrases?
Does that mean we get a song? Yes, indeed. Let me just pop up the sounding of pad here, and hopefully Polly can hear it. And I will try to make it so there's not much echo happening. And we're going to go with...
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
We're going to go with just a real quick song, Polly, if you'll indulge me.
Alrighty.
No, I want this one.
Fans do it, fans do it. Even any working man can do it. Let's do it. Let's join Stacker Club. In chat, the folks who like and share do it. Intellectuals and chats do it. Let's do it. Let's join Stacker Club. The most in all Gold City do it. Not to mention the fans. Folks for Tim Pool do it. Those angels might your brain. Some liberties with less means do it. Even if they have to save up to do it. Let's do it. Let's join Stacker Club. Mailing out your swag, you know we'll do it. Raise a glass to your timeless class, we'll do it. Let's do it. Let's join Stacker Club. Thank you for joining Stacker Club.
God damn, that Pinky voice is unbelievable.
Beautiful Pinky.
223, thank you, Pinky. Thank you for lending me your sultry, sultry tones. It's much appreciated. I'm going to have a sip of my drink on that one.
Shit.
God bless.
Pour myself a drink for that one.
Oh, thank you for showing up, Drunkle.
Yeah, sorry I'm late, bud.
Okay, now he's quiet. I don't know what's going on. Just give me a test 1, 2.
Oh, I fucking... that's probably me, to be honest.
Yes, it is.
Upon the Windows reinstall, I had to re-download Discord, and all the levels went back. You know how it is.
Yes, indeed. How you
Is
doing
that
today?
better? We good?
Holy
I'm all right,
crap.
thank you, bud.
Whoa.
Yeah, now he's a little bit hot.
Oh,
I got him sitting at 86.
Okay. There we go. All right. Set.
that all right? We good?
Yep.
All right. Beautiful.
What's going on, Drunky?
I had an evening with a crab.
Oh.
So you got the cream for that from the local NHS clinic?
Usually you just have to shave your pubes.
No, you don't. You just have to sit in a bathtub full of scalding hot water while screaming, "You vermin!" No, I fucking my mum loves crab, and of course the prawns. You know, Stephen Kim prawn. They are purveyors of fishy goods. So I went, "Oh, Kim, you mentioned you could get crabs. Could?" And this is when everyone in the pub looked around like, "What?"
If you're in a big argument with your girl, call her by her mother's name. Be a man.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Right. I went, "Oh, Kim, can you get hold of a crab for me?" She went, "Yes," and went out to her car. Like she had 2 crabs in her car, which is fucking insane for a start, unless you're Chinese, I guess.
You got to keep that motherfucking thing on you.
Got to keep that mouth at all times because you never know. Do you know what I mean? And she just sticks a crab in a bag for me and just drives off. And I look into the bag and this fucker's moving. She had a fucking live crab in her car and just gave me a live crab.
I don't know why this is surprising. I thought all Chinese people had to carry live crabs on them at all times.
Yeah, their back seats are like they're mobile wet markets. What's new about this?
I know.
I mean, not far. There's also been a spate of dogs going missing in the area. I wonder if that's connected.
Polly, you want to grab yours?
I do. Except the crab, bigot. Far, thank you for the 350. Oh, I see her out there in chat. What's up, Far? I see that new YouTube CEO is already breaking the website. Nice job, man. Yeah, I can't wait until the NFTs are introduced.
that was my fault.
Did you hear that he was the guy that was behind the YouTube promotion for bringing NFTs onto the platform?
I have not heard anything about it, but that is the titular article is going into that a little in more depth than my take on it.
It was his idea to get rid of the dislike button as well.
Oh.
So, like, yeah, Susan's going, which is good, but oh god, what is she being replaced with?
I knew immediately upon hearing it. It's like, oh, we're gonna get a new CEO, and it's like, oh god, I knew it was gonna be worse.
What is this
Susan.
fresh hell? Okay, so let me just switch the titular article over. That's fine. That song was amazing, and you're the best at songs, Pinky. The part about Tim Pool was funny as hell. The stinky drunk Brit is here and ruined everything. Thank you, M4 Sherman.
That's just not very nice.
And if you guys would, not YouTube, but the chat and anybody who is considering donating, avert your eyes down below. You will see we have a plethora of all new donations, incredible amount of them. And I don't want to ask for something so high on someone else's show, but the $45 one, I really want to see Drunklin Polly's reaction to that one, if you feel like donating.
I actually heard the chef's kiss. I mean, this must be good.
It is.
Sinatra's the donation notification man, isn't he?
I am very proud of it. I'm proud of all of them, but the 45 I am super proud of.
Sinatra spent the last 3 days working on a donation for me. 3 days it took of this man working on this donation. Now all night long.
What you can achieve when you don't have a job, isn't it?
Yeah. Nah, it's next level. I wanted to do something super patriotic, but fucking dystopian future as fuck. I mean, Sinatra wanted to do something patriotic and super dystopian as fuck.
Well, no. I mean, you gave him the specs, and he did.
Right. Yeah, and he did a fantastic job. It's down there. Well, no, it's not down there, but on my channel it would be down at $35. Yeah, love it.
How cool is that shit?
I love it.
Amazing. Can we've chatted about getting the music to line up with what's going on. That was a masterclass in that.
One more.
Fucking brilliant.
Call to Girl for the 45. What dis? Well, that should be annotated. I believe it is, unless you were just being a homie. Yeah, John Wick Rats Kicking is what we called it.
Absolutely phenomenal. Great work.
Thank you so much, Colt. Much appreciated. It was you tell him, Steve Dave. It was looking, LOOKNG, looking. Promising at first, but naturally, you assholes are fucking it up. Again, what's broke is the ratio. Why is that a question? It looks like a handicapped person with a soft ass bone rolling down the stairs. Oh no, crippling bonitis. Broken beyond repair. Smash your like button and show support, dipshits. Thank you so much, Steve Dave. You guys like that one? Beautiful. That's great.
I love it.
Thank you. I'm extremely happy with how that one turned out. Now, granted, I didn't make it, but it's still fucking good.
Well done, Polly. And Mel Anscar threw $3 for the Ricky Spanish said, howdy, Drunkle. Howdy, Mel. That was it.
$45 dono, 2 words. $1.44 dono, a book.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
Oh, shit. It's M4 Sherman.
Well, maybe if the Brits stopped changing every American tank and planes given to I would be more nice to the Brits. Don't you say the Brits didn't do that. They did it was with the M3, M4, and P40.
Look, I mean, you raise a good point, but I didn't do that, M4 Sherman. I'm one of the good ones. Still, thank you for the $10. Much appreciated.
I have some British stuff that I want to go over right at the top after some annoyingly... Okay, you know what? That could be our cold open, is talking about the shit with Fox and Tucker. Have you heard about this?
No.
Well, Styx Hexen... Good?
No. Say no. Go on. Styx Hexenhammer what?
Styx Hexenhammer is going on a tirade on Twitter talking about how Tucker Carlson is controlled opposition because he called Trump, quote, a destroyer. And here is the quote that's got Sticks, and I like Sticks. He's got some pretty solid takes, and it's okay to hear what he has to say. But he is all up in arms about how Tucker is controlled opposition and part of the Uniparty by saying Trump is good at destroying things. He is the undisputed world champion of it. He could easily destroy us if we don't play this right. That's it.
Okay. There's a rare miss from Sticks.
Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
M4 Sherman again.
What?
I don't care if you one of the good ones, you are still a stink Brit.
All right. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. I mean, for $20, I'll take it on the chin, M4 Sherman. Thank you very much. Man,
so
cheap.
that has got Sticks on an absolute tirade on Twitter. And the interesting part is, of course, everything is taken out of context and shared by the Krasenstein brothers. And that's where him and Razor Fist are getting their information from. Because Razor Fist is on board with the two. They're all like, I think Sticks said something like, I've been right all along, and I told you guys this for years. I don't know why you didn't believe me. I have been right. I'm right. He's in super I told you so mode. But it's like, dude, yeah, everybody knows Trump's going to fucking shit up. That's kind of like how we got elected. And Tucker saying that isn't necessarily a bad thing.
I mean, I agree. Certainly in regards to Trump, he's not the best thing for the Republican Party right now.
And that's not to mention that he's also mad at Tucker for going after Sidney Powell. If you remember that psychopath lady who blamed 5G and Dominion voting machines for Trump losing.
No, don't recall.
Polly, I'm sure you remember her, don't you? They called her the Kraken.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah, because Tucker said she was a nutcase in a text message. That means he's controlled opposition. I'm pretty sure all of us kind of came to the conclusion that she was a psychopath. But apparently that's the huge thing. He's like, anti-clackers, BTFO'd. All of you guys are dumb. I was right all along. I told you. It's like, no, Tucker was bang on the money. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on with Sticks and Razor Fist, but they are way off the mark on this one. And I think I even said that in a tweet. I was like, hold on, let me see if I can find it.
If you listen very carefully, you can hear Keemstar rubbing his hands together.
I was like, I like you, dude, but taking anything that these psychopaths say as gospel is a mistake. I'm willing to bet that what Tucker said is almost 100% taken out of context. Because he's retweeting the Krasenstein brothers. If you remember, they were the Trump reply guys that every time Trump tweeted, they had a bot set up with fake followers, and that's why they got banned in the first place. And he's retweeting them saying, look, I told you guys Tucker was bad. Like, that's where you're hanging your hat? That's the one? I think you guys are off a little bit on that one.
Well, fucking hell. Never a dull moment online, eh?
I'm curious to know what you guys and what the chat thinks about that. Here, I went through and I found the quote. And what this is talking about is the voting lawsuits. Quote, and the Fox News hosts worried that Trump was going to come after them. And this is from Tucker, and quote, we worked really hard to build what we have. Those fuckers are destroying our credibility, and it enrages me. He then added to spokesperson Laura and Sean a minute ago that are highly upset. Carlson noted, at this point, we're the ones getting hurt no matter what. It's hard to needle the thread, but I really think many on our side are being reckless demagogues right now. We're not going to follow them, he added. What Trump's good at is destroying things. He's the undisputed world champion of that. He could very easily destroy us if we play it wrong.
I mean, what do you think of that?
I think he's right. Like, yeah, of course. You are the only conservative mainstream media news outlet on TV in one of the most turbulent times when, even as Tucker admitted, there was nothing fair about the last election, whether it was social media hiding news about it or whatever. Who was us? That would be Hannity, Ingram, and Tucker. And at the time, Trump was just popping off based on nothing. But as we have learned since, that there's many credible things to go off of. But I think Tucker is 100% correct in saying that. Oh, sorry. 100% correct in saying that Trump is a destroyer. He is good at destroying shit. That's why we brought him in, because of all the fucking horse shit that needed to be tore down. I don't think he's wrong. But I think that it's interesting that it's coming out 3 years after this happened.
It's just an interesting spin because, you know, you hear destroy, you're going to take the negative connotations with it, aren't you? But like, no, I like that. I mean, there are things that needed to be taken down, and indeed still do.
Zed for $2. Conservatives need to let Trump go. He's not winning candidate. He's only hurting the cause with his ego-driven meltdowns. Yeah, and I think this is off the mark. And people need to realize, not only is Trump too old, but he was the one that got us in half of the situation that we're in here now. Polly, I see you typing in chat. Just elbow your way in.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll read it out. I know a lot of people dig sticks, but 90% of the times he's just randomly rambling. Poor takes pulled from Medium.
You know Medium, the website Medium?
Oh, Breitbart, etc. No original ideas. It is. Shelly had him on this morning, and she wakes up 10, 15 minutes before me on Fridays because I have a shorter day at the gym, and I forget. Oh my God, what the hell was he talking about? I'm gonna have to text her because I was like, did he really? Oh, it was Barney. He was talking about the Barney reboot. He made a whole video about the Barney reboot.
Well, the dinosaur?
And yeah.
That was my question.
He was calling it demonic and how it's a demonic entity on your phone for children. And I was waking up and I'm hearing this. I'm like, what? What?
The original edgy boy Satanist with the pentagrams and whatnot? What are you talking about?
I was like, what?
Barney?
It's like, what the fuck did he just say? Did he just say Barney was a Satanist thing infecting your phone? And that's how I started my day out, just in utter confusion.
I do like a routine.
So I'm like, Styx is good, but God bless, when he misses, he is so wide. Like, it's so wide of the mark. It's off. I don't know why Styx is so desperate to be right about Tucker, but he's annoying me with his take because I know he's smarter than this. I do too. I know that he is. I don't think. Okay, here. How do I word this properly without directly insulting Styx? Because I really don't want to. I think that he thinks that YouTube and Twitch is the only place to get alternative media while ignoring the fact that Tucker Carlson is not only the most popular news media in cable television right now, but is often at odds with Sean Hannity in the ilk because of his takes on certain things. He has had no problem calling out Trump. He has had no problem calling out any of these people. And I think that's where there's two right factions forming right now online. It's the kind of, I don't want to say anti-Trump because there's the neocon, there's the anti-Trump, and then there's the always Trumpers. Neocons aren't really online, but they do exist in the online sphere. But then there's the right-wingers, libertarians who go, okay, Trump did his thing, but he cannot come back. He has fucked up way too much. Let his ego drive too much of the conversation for him to come back. And then there's the other side, which is like the Styxes and the Salty Crackers and those guys who are kind of like, oh yeah, Trump 2024, 2028. It's like,
Yeah. I think DeSantis would be a better choice for the leader of the pubs.
Now here's
with Trump, it's just you're caught in failure, aren't you? You're not going to get the votes again.
But here's the thing: is I think we need somebody that stands for a lot of the stuff Trump did. That we need a not Trump, if that makes sense.
I think the thing is, what was appealing about Trump was, a lot of people, oh, he's a straight shooter. He says what's on his mind. Yeah, fair enough. But also, he wasn't a politician. And at that time, I think that is what America needed, was someone who wasn't a politician. He was a businessman, and that is, I mean, there's a lot of speculation about whether or not he's a good businessman. I don't really give a shit. But end of the day, he wasn't a politician, because politicians for so long have just been bleeding the country dry. So just purely by virtue of the fact that he wasn't a career politician made him 100% better than anyone else who's ever been in the White House.
And I have argued with Shelley more than literally anything else in the past couple of years. I was like, there's literally no way I would ever support Trump again unless he was the only candidate running, because he is half the reason that we are in the mess we're in right now, between the mandates and the lockdowns and all this stuff. He's half the reason for it. And Joe just took over and was like, oh, this is what we're doing. Let's give it full speed ahead. Now, when there wasn't a giant cloud of noxious Chinese gas hanging over our country, the economy was pretty decent. Gas prices were cheap. Everything was going well. Yes, just in Ohio. But then, you know what? Contextually, Trump's presidency was not terrible. But when we throw 2020 in, you get warp speed, you get the lockdowns and all that shit. You kind of go, okay, well, he made some bad calls, and as Polly loves to go on about, and I think he absolutely should, ad nauseum, as often as possible, he didn't clear the cabinet. That was his biggest mistake, was he didn't clear the cabinet.
But then, I mean, no new wars started. The shit that fucking Russia and China have been getting away with, they didn't dare do that while Trump was in office. Now, I agree with it.
No, they didn't, because Trump came out and was like, yeah, I'm going to fuck you right in your asshole if you do that again.
Yeah.
Like, he had no capitulation about saying how he felt, which was refreshing, honestly.
That's what you needed at the time. You don't need that now, but it is what you needed at the time.
I don't know what we're going to need next, but I don't know if Trump can fill that shoes. I mean, if he does, then he does, but I don't know if that's what's next. And I think we need to stop. I think certain sects of the right wing on YouTube need to stop digging their heels in on everything on Fox's controlled opposition, because as far as I know, the only person to have Jimmy Dore on any cable news television was Tucker. And what did he do on there? He said things like, and I quote, "America is the world's terrorist, and everything that we do overseas is to bolster our military-industrial complex." Imagine that on Hannity. I think he might actually die of his head exploding. Hannity is a neocon of neocons. If you guys remember, my favorite Tucker face I've ever used for anything was Tucker did an ending monologue about how Walmart is fucked up because they pay their employees the federal minimum wage or state minimum wage where they're at, and rely on the taxpayers to subsidize the employees while not paying anything into taxes. And Sean Hannity on the handover, where he's like, "Hey, here's Hannity," and they have the little 3-4 second bant back and forth. Hannity joins the clip by going, "Well, that's capitalism. If people want a good, they'll pay for it. And by golly, if they're paying for it to the point where they become Walmart, they're doing something right." And Tucker was like, "What in the fuck are you talking about?"
It's just extremes of anything is bad, though, isn't it? The people who, fucking going through the streets shouting fucking Trump, 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 bumper stickers, t-shirts, tattoos and shit are just as bad as the people that say vote blue no matter who. Because that's not politics, that's team sports. What you should be doing is looking at the policies that actually benefit you and the people around you. And it doesn't matter if they're Democrat or Republican. Because it's not team sports, man. That's your life you're fucking around with right there.
Dexter with a solid point. I'm not sure it's fair to blame a lot of the stuff happening today from seeing how many people were going behind his back and sabotaging him. Like I just said, Polly is 100% right when he nails it. He should have cleared the cabinet. He should have. There's no reason to have Comey, Milley, any of those people around him at the time when he knew they were actively acting against him. The entire FBI apparatus were actively acting against Trump, and he didn't do anything about it.
And here we are.
Did I pretty much nail your point there, Polly?
Yeah. I mean, when you're surrounded by fucking enemies, I don't know, Trump ran a heavy-duty campaign and all the people around him were campaign people, not people to slide into cabinet positions. When you look at Hillary Clinton's leaked emails, they had planned out their entire cabinet in advance to the point of the Secretary of the Interior, I believe, was listed as being a black man. Remember?
It just said black man. I don't remember this.
Yeah, it did. They didn't know who it was going to be. It just had to be a black
talking,
man.
go to jail. Nope.
If that is seriously what they did, where they're just like, okay, we're going to have a black guy here. And we're going to get more into diversity hires here in a little bit because you guys can't see it, but I have I think literally 50 tabs for news, but half of them are bang, 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 bang headlines. But it's I question this every Tuesday when I go on my little monologue meandering rambles. How tenable is what we're doing right now? Because I don't think it's
we and what's what.
We Americans in the society and what is the current climate that we're in, where I don't understand how tenable is this? Like, how long can we keep living exactly like this as we are right now, where we see something with our eyeballs? We see it happening. We're going to have some news about this too. We see the thing happening with our optical receptors, and someone on TV goes, "Oh no, this isn't correct. You're seeing it wrong." And then half of our population goes, "Oh, actually, it's not happening. What you're seeing right there isn't real." You're a racist for thinking it, actually.
I mean, that bit has been around for, fucking best part of a decade now, hasn't it? If you disagree, everyone who disagrees with me politically is literally Hitler. But then since COVID and the lockdowns and everything, a new word started getting thrown around, and it is just as bad as being called a racist or a bigot, a transphobe or anything. It's misinformation. And it's being used in exactly the same way. It just means disregard anything this person says. It's the fucking Ministry of Truth. We're just fucking 50 years too late. I say we.
There was a hair on my shirt, and I tried to.
West, isn't it?
There was a hair on my shirt, and I tried to pull it. It was just one of my chest hairs going through my shirt. That fucking hurt.
Jesus Christ!
I thought there was just an errant Eve hair on me. That shit hurts.
Oh, that hurt. My shirt. It's bonding with me. It's an alien symbiote.
Myself through a pasta strainer.
Drunkle, shut the fuck up. You're making sense again. Also, Sin, are we talking about trains tonight? Oh, I might have a couple of articles about trains. There might be an article about a train or two in my news.
No, don't do that. I'm transphobic.
Justin was supposed to come on and talk about the pilot, but I think he got the times mixed up.
Justin.
So I don't. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, that's the thing now. Anybody who doesn't know, G was supposed to come on and talk about the pilot. After the show, I have a speakeasy video going up after this about I made Gulf City cocktails. I concocted my own Gulf City cocktails, and they were delicious. The cop in Tennessee who loved train. Oh, fuck. Oh, I got to see if I can find this video clip. Do you guys have, can you talk for a second?
How you doing, Polly?
I'm doing all right. So what'd you do with the crab?
Thank you. Right. Well, the crab is alive. And here's the thing. Fucking Mama Kim just fucking gives me the crab and just fucking drives off. And I'm there going like, I think that might have been illegal.
God damn.
I feel as though a crime was committed because I'm there just in the street with a live crab. There's probably a law against that. But I'm there with Steve Prawn and he goes, of course it's a live mirrored. It tastes better. Like, oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. And I go, well, what do I do? And he went,
are you supposed to eat it alive?
No. Well, I'm no, not me. No, not me. Strong white Western man. But I think you put it into boiling water and it's dead. But I mean, you can't get fresher than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Nasty way to go. Apparently, the best way to do it is to put it in cold water and heat up the water slowly. But that's just torture. So I'm like, what do I do? He goes, if you get some newspaper and like put water on it and then put that over the crab and put it in the fridge. I was like, no, I mean, how do I kill it? And he went, no, don't kill it. Don't fucking kill it. I go, I don't want to prolong its torture. I just wanted to
They don't have pain receptors.
Against the tree or
they don't have pain receptors. No.
Do they not?
Or I've seen people just take a knife and just right down the center.
I mean, that is probably the most humane way of doing it. But I mean, the crab wasn't for me; it was for my mum. So I did what he said. I put it into a cooking pot, some paper over its face. So if it did escape, then it wouldn't know its way back to find me and seek revenge.
Dude, crabs, lobsters, and crayfish don't give a fuck. They rip their own arms off. You're not gonna hurt it by boiling it.
No, I didn't boil it. I just gave a live crab to me mum in exchange for some eggs. There was shady deals going on.
We're looking at sea otters.
6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're looking at sea otters.
Don't eat live crabs. We all saw the story about the Chinese guy who did it to get revenge for his daughter. I remember that.
Oh, God, I remember that. Yeah, he ended up in hospital, didn't he? Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
What did they get revenge for? What was the point of the revenge?
It hurt his daughter. It came up and grabbed her, snipped her.
Oh, yeah.
And he went,
oh, there he is.
And took a bite out of the cut.
What up, G?
Oh, what's up, guys? Did I miss it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, dude. At 4, I was like, okay, I'm gonna fix these 2 things in Act 3, and then I got to go do this show. And then I just got a message from Colt. He's like, bro, you're supposed to be on a fucking stream right now. What the fuck are you doing?
I messaged you too. I was like, hey, man, anytime you're ready.
Did you message me?
Yeah, I sent you a text.
Oh, my God. My phone's behind. Dude, totally my fault. I got caught up with fucking work, man. God damn it. And we talked about this like, what, 18 hours ago?
Oh, yeah,
Not
last
very
night.
long at all. Yeah, God damn it. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Not too bad.
Oh, just being late as usual for everything, going behind the time that I said things were going to be. Yeah, pretty much. It's an average day, I guess.
So how goes the going, man? What's going on?
Well, the going goes, my friend. We are getting goddamn close to it. I think I'm ready to call it for a date, man. I think I'm ready to call it and say that at this point, hell or high water, I'm putting this motherfucker out Monday the 20th, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's done. I can't fucking look at it anymore. You know what I mean?
You just get one of those things where I don't want to look at your face.
Dude, this is week 54.
Ooh.
4. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. That's from the very beginning of it. Like I threw away all art assets. I threw away the script, wrote it again, threw away all art assets, drew everything again. Like we started from the very fucking beginning. So yeah, it was a goddamn year to get it done. But God, man, we've set up everything in such a way that, I mean, the next one times cut in half, the one after that times cut in half again. Like it can all go so much faster because I took so much time to set it all up very specifically. But as it stands right now, dude, we've run into problems that I could not have possibly fucking predicted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you told me about a couple of them like that. I don't know how you would even begin to fix that.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do to try to fix this. Once the pilot's out, I'm going to try to go to Sunnyvale, California myself. Go knock on the door at Adobe and go, guys, we need to have a really important meeting right now.
Listen, you have to sit down here and I just need to explain everything you're doing wrong.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my Adobe's. It is great, but I reached the ceiling on multiple pieces of their song. I didn't know there were limitations there. Now, obviously, these super high end or highest capabilities of these pieces of software, things like Premiere and Photoshop. It's not listed, it's not in the tutorials that kids take and all that type of thing. They don't put it out there because who the fuck does it this way? And that's part of it too. Especially the way that I've built everything in Premiere. I had this is before Zoom, whatever we did before that, Google Hangouts or whatever it was.
Oh fuck! I remember the Google Hangout days. Send me the link.
Yeah, I send me the link. Holy shit, that just took me way back, bro. But I had maybe an hour conversation with two of the people that are Premiere devs.
You're coming through a little bit soft, man.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's Google Hangouts, and we're live.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, and just massive delay. And the thing I remember most about Google Hangouts too was that you couldn't. It was really hard to get it to stop cutting everybody else off if you talked.
Yeah.
Like it would dip people's audio and all kinds of weird fucking, I don't know what the hell it was.
That was the heyday. That was the way back.
Yeah, that's when it was still impressive to do live animation.
Yeah.
Okay, what was I saying? I forgot what the fuck I was saying. I'm sorry, man, my brain is mush. It really is.
I assume you're happy with what's about to come out Monday?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was talking about problems with fucking Adobe. Forget that. Let's talk about the good part. Let's talk about the good part here, man. I'm very excited for this pilot to come out. People that watch Golf City regularly know this already. I went through like 2 fucking years. Well, you guys know this too, because I used to be on this show. But
I think there was a time.
There was a time. But when I left out of here, it was because I had made a deal with an agent and blah, blah, blah. Dude, I went through like fucking, what's it been, 2 years of going through fucking couple agents, went to a manager. I tried to do all the like normal channels things that you're supposed to do, where you here's my pitch Bible and here's my script.
You got to get linked up with the cartel correctly.
Yeah, right. And I did the it really made it difficult because all this was during lockdown too, right? So I didn't actually get to go and have these meetings. It was all fucking Zoom calls and all God, it sucked, man. And so I'm doing dumb shit like dressing up to sit in my office. You know what I mean?
No pants, dress shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
So fucking lame. And I'll tell you, dude, I tried to take the normal routes. I should have fucking known better. I should have fucking known better. Goddamn, man.
Yeah.
I should have known. Now, don't get me wrong. When this one comes out, I am still going to send a copy to agent, the manager, and the very minuscule number of contacts I have in a larger version of the animation industry. And I don't know, there's a possibility that something could materialize there. But in my mind, the only way shit has ever worked for me is to just do shit my way anyway, which is what I should have goddamn done from the beginning. So that's what we did here. And man, we ran a fuck ton of streams for a minute just to try to fucking put some cash and put some crew and put all these things together, and did. And man, I tell you, man, it's exactly what I said it was going to be in the beginning of this. I had to bet the fucking house to make all this happen. But man, I'm really excited about it because let me tell you a couple of things about this pilot. First of all, we're at TV length. I'm going to be lucky to get down to 25 minutes. First cut was 32. I'm down to like 26. I am trying. So it is dense, but I would say that is the case with a lot of my material. Can be very dense. I tend to talk fast. I tend to say a lot of my visual material that I create usually is fairly just a lot going on. The things that I write have a lot of people talking at the same time, a lot of times, all this kind of stuff. And that is certainly the case here. So going 25 minutes at that density, I think people are going to be fucking worn out after they watch the whole thing. But I'll tell you, dude, not only is this the absolute like peak level cast that I've ever had, and Sanu, you've been down here, you know all of these guys, so you know Adam, of course, and having Dame on, she is fucking light years ahead of what we've been able to do with a couple of those characters before, and then of course we had to bring back Scoot to play Jerome. He's great.
Oh, of course.
And you know Kim now too. Kim is the most recent addition to my cast.
Kim.
And she might be the funniest one of us in real life. You know what I mean?
Call to Curl said, shout out to Fruit Bat for all her great work. Oh, Fruit is
yeah, I haven't even
exceptional.
gotten to them yet. Oh yeah, I got to tell you, Fruit is my fucking right hand now. She is out of this world. Like I've been spending a lot of years looking for somebody that can draw in a way where it looks like I drew it.
Just get the style perfectly.
Yeah, just nail it so hard, and she really did, and she's put in a lot of extra work, and I've given her every dollar I can afford to give her. But man,
real quick, can I just give a quick shout out to Adam for texting me this morning at like 8 a.m. telling me to make sure I breathe my allotted amount of poison Ohio air?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you, are you guys super mutants now or something? What happened with that?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Do they have vaults in Ohio?
Supposedly not, but I'm sure somewhere they have to have something.
Yeah. Oh my God, man. I don't know. I'm glad you're not dead, bro.
So far, so good.
I'm so fucking cut off from everything right now. Like people will go, "Hey, have you heard about this?" Nope. Have you seen this? Nope. I haven't. You know what I've seen and heard about? Premiere. That's pretty much fucking it.
Is
man.
that Adobe?
Yeah, right. God,
I'm really looking forward to what you got coming out, man.
Well, I'll tell you, this, in addition to that, just even from a tech side, my old, because I did kind of like some demo cartoons. I did a kind of a test version of the series several years ago. It's not very good.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's not great. Animation is very poor. And all those were in 720. And even at 720, the resolution was bad. These are in full 1080 HD, and it looks fucking great. Sinatra, you know about my big TV in the living room that I have. We've been looking at test versions on there. Son, man, it really fucking looks good on a lot of that shit.
Yeah, when I was down there, you showed me a little bit of the art you're working on. It was beautiful.
It's next level. Ham and Beans this season 0 was fun. I'm not saying that my writing was bad.
You've stepped the game up in every step upable aspect.
I do think the writing is better now than then. I don't think that my writing was bad at that time. I don't think structure-wise it was as good as far as how to tell a tangible narrative that moves emotion correctly so that you know, blah, 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 move through 3 acts in a way that reaches people and all of these things, you know?
Right.
I don't think I had quite the acumen to go at that level at that time. Not to say that and I agree with you. A lot of those old ones, they were still funny. I mean, I still wrote jokes, you know, but
oh yeah,
the look and sound was not even close compared to what's going on now. And I do think it's hilarious. I hope I'm not the only one that thinks it's hilarious when it comes out. But I will say this. There is more frame-by-frame animation in this one episode that's coming out on Monday than in the entirety of everything I've done leading up to it. Every fucking short, every cold open, every old episode, every stream, everything. You can put all the frame-by-frame work that I've done and all of those things together, and it wouldn't be as much as what's going on in this one episode, man.
Well, this sounds like something people should not miss.
That is absolutely true, man.
And should absolutely go follow the link I'm putting in the chat right now.
I think we found a really nice hybrid between mocap animation and traditional frame-by-frame animation that gave some really good effect. to a lot of it. So the plan is like this. Normally, I would have a show tomorrow. It does not look like that is gonna happen. Earlier in the week, I was hoping that I would get to do a Saturday show too, just to hype it up and shit. I don't think that I'm gonna get to do that. I really need to keep my nose to the grindstone to make for damn sure we're finished on time. Yeah, god damn, I really would like to do something live tomorrow night, but that is unlikely. But guys, if you're in my Discord, I'll be quiet. So Monday, I'm probably gonna do the episode release at about 7. That's 7 Central. So I wanted to do it late in the day. I know you guys are on Monday as well.
That'd be 8 Eastern.
8, yeah. So 7 Central is 5 Pacific, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, and that is 1 a.m.
British.
Fucking, yeah, pounds and beans and stuff. What's it called? Why can I not remember this? GMT. Jesus Christ.
And what is that? 7 a.m. Christmas Island?
Now that I don't know. I don't know that one.
Polly's the expert on Christmas Island time.
I think that's 9 a.m. Sunday, Sydney, if I'm not mistaken. Why can I not remember? I'm telling you, my brain is fucking stupid. I couldn't remember GMT, dude. God damn.
Maps should have time zones on them.
Yeah, no lie. Well, realistically, we shouldn't be responsible for telling anybody what the calculation to time zone is. Know what time zone you live in.
Yeah,
Or
standard
even
television
better,
shows.
Why don't we just get rid of fucking time zones? Does it really matter what number is on the clock at any given time? It only matters as it's relative to other times. So who the fuck cares what number it is? We just get rid of all fucking time zones, make everybody on the same numerical time. Whether it's day or night at 6 a.m. is fucking irrelevant, really.
I think
time. I like it.
Yeah.
Time is
I think what we should do before that is get rid of daylight savings. That shit's irritating.
That's first. That's first on the docket, my man.
You know, I love it when it's gain an hour. I hate it when it's lose an hour.
I mean, do farmers not have light bulbs? What are we still doing this for, man?
I'm pretty sure we've invented things like iridescent bulbs and lights, torches.
Yeah, I mean, since the time of fire, really, we should have been able to. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, man, I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, so Monday, it'll be on YouTube, assumedly at 7 p.m. So if you guys are still going, if it's cool for me to toss link, I'll be.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd love to do that as well.
You just give me just type something in the chat, and I'll give you a wrench, and you can throw your link
on Monday.
Monday, yes.
Yeah, it should be right after you guys.
Oh, you already got it.
I believe. Oh, I do. I sure do. Okay. I know you've been through like 12 channels here recently, so.
Yeah, I made the jump. I took the plunge, and so far, not bad.
I liked it, but I'm big on burning my old work and just starting over. I've done that like so many times over the course of my life.
Yeah, at a certain point, you have to.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, man. But yeah, if you're in my Discord, and everything is /Golf City, so it's discord.goodgame/Golf City. It's real easy. It's fucking twitch.tv/Golf City, youtube.com/Golf City. I'm real easy to find.
Streamlining like a motherfucker.
You got it, man. And so here's my plan. Now, here's what I want to do that's different, right? Most of the time when a big piece like this comes out for some particular creator or community, and I've done this myself in the past, is the watch party. Right? So on the day it comes out, you do a stream and everybody watches it together and gets to laugh. And all of that's great. I do enjoy that. But bro, that's old. That's done. I've done that. I've been there. And I just think that's old and busted. So I try to come up with, what I think is going to be a little bit more dynamic fan experience, especially because we're attempting to reach so many new people with this. I want to put the episode out on YouTube cold, and then, assuming it's 25 minutes long, 25 minutes after that release, fire up a Twitch stream, and then it's community post on YouTube. Hey, if you're new here and you just saw this for the first time, the whole cast is on Twitch live right now for the idea of just talking about it, answering questions, breaking down scenes, all of that. And I'm going to let you know something right now. after 55 weeks of work. And Tuesday being my birthday, I am definitely going to drink on that stream.
Oh,
just letting you know that
very
right
good.
now. Yeah, and it's gonna be whole cast on camera after the release. And dude, I feel like that's such a stronger fan experience. You know what I mean? Especially if you're new, seeing an episode for the first time. Throw something, and I'm gonna like answer YouTube comments and all that shit during stream on that. We really want to push that. And a big part of what I'm going to attempt to do is get as many people as I possibly can here within my inner circle in real life, and whoever's willing to do it. So not looking at you. I'm going to try to get a setup so that the very moment it's released at that 7 p.m., texts and DMs and social media posts and Discord tags and all these things go out from all these phones to all these places to as many people as we can possibly put it to right in that first minute, on the idea that YouTube bases your permanent algorithm placement on first hour performance. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think if we could do that and we can get a lot of people to take a look at it first hour, and then we're available to talk about it on stream immediately after, I think we have a really good shot at growing community and growing brand awareness and all of those types of things, you know?
Right. Well, whatever you need, buddy. I told you.
Hopefully somebody other than me thinks it's funny. That's really the only unknown at this point. Everything else I know. I've got a good plan for how to release it. I know it looks good and sounds good. I know the team did the job. I know the quality is there on all. The only variable really that's left is whether or not somebody that other than me thinks it's funny. You know, that's really it, man.
Well, I'm sure you will get there without a doubt. Knowing your past work and the stuff you have done, it will definitely land. I mean, I've seen it. I thought it was pretty good. Well, some of it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, you do know part of it. Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. So yeah, that's the long and short of it. How are you guys?
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. Man, and I'm sorry I was late today. I just fucking spaced on looking at the clock, dude. That's 100% my fault.
You're good, man. But no, that I can guarantee that anybody watching this right now needs to go check that out, because you will absolutely enjoy the content that has been toiled over for over a year.
Can I tell you, just on a personal note, how I feel about the audience, you know? I'll tell you, dude. I'll tell you right now. Not a day goes by that I don't see people out there bitching and complaining that everything's a sequel or a remake or based on a comic book or based on this, based on that. They just keep remaking the same movies over and over and over and over and over. Okay, well, put your money where your mouth is. Watch an original product. You know what I mean? I really hope that is the case when this comes out. Because yes, the handful of people that have been with me since the beginning and watching Gulf City a long time, yeah, you already know about Fright Supremacy, and you know about the whale, and you know about a lot of these lore-based things. And all this shit's been in the cauldron a long time, since long before I was on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And I you know, so to them, I guess maybe it does feel like a remake if you've been here the whole time. I don't know. But in the larger scope, you know, I'm not remaking Back to the Future here. I actually wrote a new thing. Does that make sense?
This is new content.
Right.
It's not a remake. It's just more.
Right. People constantly bitch about, oh, cartoons are too preachy and have a blah, blah. Well, I didn't do that with this. So I hope people put their money where their mouth is, you know?
Well, yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find
will.
out, man. Well, put their views where their mouth is. It's free to watch.
Yeah, it is. And everybody should, as somebody in the chat said, they set their alarm. Lupus Albus.
Hell
all of
yeah,
you should do
Lupus
the same.
Albus. Lupus Albus, can I tell you something real quick? I call my dog your name sometimes because my dog's name is Lucy, and so I've always called my dogs a million different things. One of the things I call her is Loops, and so we went from Lucy to Loose to Loops to Lupus, and now sometimes I call her Lupus Albus. I don't even know what that means. That might be your real name. I have no fucking idea.
That's pretty good.
Contagious?
I don't think so. I think it's
like an immune disease, or
your blood attacks your blood or something like that.
Something like that, right?
There's a street somewhere.
Your hemoglobin, join a street gang. They start robbing liquor stores and stuff.
There's a street somewhere, and for the life of me, if somebody offered me 10 grand right now to name the name of the street, I wouldn't know it. I've called it Lupus since I first read it, so now it's just Lupus Street forever. And they're like, that's not even remotely close to what it is. I'm like, oh,
whatever. I'm calling it fucking Lupus.
All right, man.
Yeah. See,
Thank you.
About to go all off on telling you a whole other thing. You guys have a show to do. My bad.
Yeah, sorry, buddy. We got to do the thing with the thing.
Cool. Hey, no, thanks for having me on for a few minutes, guys. Hopefully see all you guys this weekend, if at all possible. And
I will be there with many bells.
Oh, yes. Monday is going to be a big day. It's going to be a big day. And it's the day before my birthday. Like, this is about to be the nexus point of my adult life, sir.
Well, if we're just throwing the gauntlet down, I got to tell you, I have eaten food that your lady has prepared. Shit is delicious. You have worked on this so long, so hard. I cannot wait to see the full finished product when it comes out, and I hope everybody else feels the same way. And I will be sharing the link everywhere.
Put into the fire. Okay, thanks again, guys. Have a great show, y'all. Thank you, chat. If you're out there, all of those types of things, check me out on Discord. You can get all the news that's fit to pop from there, and I'll see you boys Monday.
Zach's been throwing the link out. Yes, absolutely, guys. Make sure you go over there. Go to Gulf City Twitch. I'll throw that in the link or in the chat right now, guys.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for coming on. Much appreciated.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one, fellas. Paul, you all right there?
Yeah, it's a little bit of mucus, it's a congestification and whatnot.
All right, Paulie, Drunkle, Snoop, fellas, y'all have a good day. I'll see you later.
I'll talk to you later, buddy. Man, I am. Who the fuck was that guy? I am very excited to see what. Well, I mean, I've seen part of it, but I'm excited to see the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I got my alarm set lest I forget because space cadet. So yeah, I'm set. I'm good.
Everybody in the chat better be excited and excited for the Speakeasy video based off the pilot that's coming out after this. Whew. Okay, let's do the thing, and then we can get to the schnews. We are, oh boy, late. 217 watching and 119 likes, guys. That is, you should feel it. The whale is disappointed in that ratio. I just watched it jump by 5. That's still not good. Guys, smash that like button, share it out on your social media, and if you feel so inclined, please hit up the Streamlabs down below. We have plenty of new donations, and I don't remember if I said this on stream or not, but I have redubbed the comma. Now that 223 has done what he's done, we have 2 things left to go out. God damn it! I clicked the wrong thing. Probably replay it. Replay it. I clicked off the scene.
replay it. Okay, hold on.
Very cool. Very.
I don't believe this. This is your liberty. This is your liberty. They've mugged us off, ain't they? We've been mugged off by the Klingons.
Mugs. They've mugged us right off. You gonna have that, Jim?
I think that is my favorite
Who the
Drunkle
fuck
donations.
was that guy? I couldn't see him clearly.
Right?
He's partially opaque.
Translucent motherfucker. Thank you, Akira.
Polly, replay that.
Yeah, do it again, man.
George Washington mech killer. He will return in our hour of greatest need.
I would cut the end off by like 1 second.
But like 1 second?
Yeah.
Well, you're the one who made it.
That's true. I should have cut the end off by 1 second. Okay, read that and talk to yourselves for a second. I'm going to take a leak real quick because I may have downed like 3 beers during the talk with G. So I'm going to take a leak. We'll come back. Guys, do the thing. Make sure to support these 2 guys. Stuff down below. I redubbed a whole bunch of shit. 2 things left. Comic Club, McKinley. I'll be right back.
Ato, thank you for the $35. Greatly appreciated. Very generous. Thank you for hitting that. And he simply says, let's see this. Well, I hope it was worth it because God knows I worked fucking long enough on it. For God's sake. You know, you guys have seen that original picture, I'm sure. George Washington mech killer. And I'm looking at that picture, American as fuck. And I'm thinking, I want to animate this to the best of my ability. And there it was.
I had when I first started my channel, I was on a very, very shitty laptop, and I was using Windows Movie Maker and Paint to make videos. It's amazing I'm here at all, really. And someone, just started Patreon, and someone went, fucking, if you open up a PO box, I'll send you a laptop, because I got loads of laptops from work that they don't need anymore. I was like, fuck yeah. So he sent me one, and I picked it up and turned it on. Once I'd realised that I needed an adapter because it was an American plug, that was a fucking long day. And the wallpaper was that photo, but with the drunkle head on Washington.
Okay, I got all my stuff, and then the thing.
Well, that's just it, Beans. It's like talking about animation after G came on. Yeah, it's not that level of animation. Like, I can't do that. I don't have that skill set.
I bought Adobe Premiere and all that shit on Humble Bundle a couple of years ago for like $200, and I have all of it. I've tried to use it. Shit, it is like in the cockpit of a spaceship. I don't know what any of this is. I don't get any of this. Yeah. So I just take the harder route with Vegas, just like Polly does. And our animation doesn't look nearly that good.
Yeah, I knew if I could get the flag right, I'd be happy. That was the fucking uphill battle. But yeah, anyway.
And that does look fantastic. But okay, guys, you want to get into some schnews? Hakira, let me replay yours real quick.
Be quiet! Shut up! Be quiet!
Time to found the Sinatra School for Children with extra limbs who can't breathe good either.
Oh no.
Yeah, considering how everything in Ohio is going, it's probably about that time.
Yeah. You play Fallout because it's fun. Sinatra plays Fallout because he has to. You are not the same.
It's survivalism at this point. Okay, did the thing. Told you guys about the thing. We got 2 things left with the other thing. Okay, snooze time, and we're gonna have to power through this because oh boy.
Yeah, I got bounce in like an hour. If I got to catch the shops before they shut.
Okay, and you guys should have the snooze.
I'm not going the night without tobacco, for fuck's sake.
Oh wait, it's boop. Drunkle, considering G was just here, you have to answer for Britain's crimes.
No, I don't. I don't.
Dear Mr. Goddard, response crime report reference blah 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 blah. On August 4th, 2020, you posted a tweet on your Twitter account at Goddard 2066 that contains a video of Wembley Way and commentary from you regarding the rainbow pride flags which represent the LGBTQ community. These comments are targeting specifically that community and would be considered grossly offensive, thus being in what is that word?
Contravention.
Is that a word?
Yeah. In conflict with, in opposition to. I can't read it, so I'm assuming I can't see the word.
I've never heard that word used before. Of the Malicious Communication Act of 2003, therefore I require you.
I don't want to be strong like men who look pretty. I want to be strong like bitch that fight bears in the forest.
All of the donations under that are new, and you choose to hit that one. I'm appreciative either way. Thank you, Gamer Valine. If you audience cunts don't show up on Monday, just know that oceans don't keep you safe. I have diverted 200 miles off route for someone simply saying, I bet you won't call me a bitch to my face. Don't fucking test me. Don't do it. She'll get up on a step stool and tell you right to your face. Yeah, thank you, Valine. I appreciate it. I therefore require you to contact me to arrange a voluntary interview so that this matter can be further investigated. This interview can be conducted near your home address. I would suggest a mutually convenient date in early January 23. If I do not hear from you within 10 days of this date, of this letter of evidential case file may be submitted for consideration of prosecution. Yours sincerely, blah, blah, blah. Drunkle, you must answer for this as the Brit representative.
So what's the question?
Why?
What kind of world are we living in?
Because, well, no, I mean, because we don't have free speech here.
So if you make a comment on Twitter,
yeah,
the cops can come go, hey, over here.
Yes,
come
we
here.
have seen it. If you remember, Goodfellas was, I don't want to say arrested, but during a Pride event, he said, "Where's a Muslim with a van when you need one?" Which, I mean, come on, if you can't take a joke, what are you fucking? That is hilarious. I'm dankula, for fuck's sake. You know?
Oh, yeah,
we actually have more laws pertaining to hate speech than we do for protecting speech.
Look, man, I think we've come to the conclusion that everybody here should have that gay people exist, and we just have to accept it, right? Like, it's fine. They're human beings. And I say we just have to accept it because I know a lot of people are still like, oh, it's terrible, degenerate behavior. But you're not going to shame them out of existing. But God bless, if I don't see shit like this and go, what person is running this? All you're doing is actively making acceptance, which we are now in the most accepting time that has ever been in human history.
Yeah, agreed.
You're actively working backward on that because this is not something that screams accept us. This is something that screams accept us or else.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
most people don't like that or else thing.
Yeah.
90% of people, if you hit them with an or else, they're going to just defy you no matter what it is.
I am one of those people. I don't like authority. The clip in question, it's on the right there. It says he's going through and there's a load of pride flags, and he uses the word nonce, which is British slang for paedophile.
I'm sorry, I don't see what you're looking at.
Reply on the right.
Oh, this?
The top one there.
For anyone wondering what the event's supposed to was, I don't want to upload the whole thing at risk of me getting banned. I've cut it short.
English football. Welcome to the home of English football, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the home of English football, where the fly in the...
Oh,
but he says they've cut it short because, of course, you know, they don't want... can we also appreciate the guy's Twitter handle, Patrick Basteman? Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I see people in the chat being edgy.
Like big drums.
Jesus, Akira, thank you for the $10. It's a joke, not a dick. No reason to take it so hard.
And you know what? If it were a dick, and do you think they'd be used to taking it hard?
Yeah.
Is it in the words of Immortal Technique? If you can take a fucking dick, you can take a joke.
But you know, no one gives a shit anymore. We are past the time of giving a shit.
Well, you said, you know, you can't shame gay people out of existence, but then also, you know, you can't shame homophobes out of existence either. It's just two different types of people, and it takes all sorts to make a planet.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You will never shame somebody out of their opinion. If anything, you're going to make them more resolute in it. This is not how you get somebody to change their opinion on something, because that's all this is. This is a difference of opinions. Whether you find it offensive or not, or whether you think what this guy said was gross or not, and I don't think that the gay flag means the pedophile flag, but you're not going to shame him out of this thinking by going, hey, you're going to have a conversation with the police department because of the shit you said. You're going to make him more stalwart in it.
Yeah, I like the wording as well. I require you to contact me to arrange a voluntary interview. Like, what is it? Which one? Pick one.
Words mean nothing, and we're living.
Prosecute.
Yeah,
basically. Well, I mean, it's an empty threat as well, like, because you go, if you don't, then we're going to be using this as evidence, maybe to prosecute, perhaps. But I mean, there's no actual law that has been broken here. This is just they just want to give him a stern talking to and send him on his way.
Alec in the chat said, us old gays aren't like the community. We don't need or care about your approval. We just want to live our lives. And I thought that would be the goal, is to just be able to live your lives without like people.
Yeah, but then some people are like aggressively gay.
Who cares? I don't care if some guy is wearing booty shorts and camo combat boots on the corner.
Oh, no, I mean, I mean, aggressively gay is in, you can't say that, we're a protected class. The entitlement that comes with it. And that is a generational thing.
I know, but I don't think it is, because I'm a millennial. I'm a younger generation. I know several gay people in real life, and none of them think or act like this. This is just the loud minority getting into power and abusing it.
Well, this is, once again, you got to remind yourself that people on the internet is not a valuable cross-section of humanity.
And Destiny said that once, and I will never forget it. He said, gay people on the internet are not how gay people in real life act. Stop confusing the LGBT online community with actual gay people.
Yeah. Most, 90% just want to live their lives, as hassle-free as possible. Whereas there is that 10%, and this isn't a sexuality thing either. Some people just actively look for trouble.
And that's pretty universal, but when they have institutional power, they tend to look for it more.
Yeah, I see the entitlement that comes with it as well. Like, you are not allowed to say this. That's our word. You have to use my pronouns, my preferred pronouns.
Well, that's what pretty much started Jordan Peterson's career, was people telling him, hey, you have to do this. And he's like, I'll do it, but I don't have to do it.
Well, that was exactly it. Yeah, he wasn't saying I'm not going to do it. He's saying I shouldn't be told I have to do it.
And that's the thing.
That gets, a lot of people don't even listen to that bit. They just go, bigger. And he's not at all. I mean, his main issue, well, the people's issue with him is not even the pronouns. It's the fact that he's been trying to help disenfranchised young men. And according to society, those are the worst.
Far in the chat says, I just want to live my dumbass life with my wife. Leave us out of this shit. That's how 90% of LGBT people feel. But like 100% of any LGBT person you meet in your life, any gay person, whatever, they're going to go, yeah, no, I'm not into that. I just want to do my thing. I don't want to be assaulted for the way I live. I'm like, yeah, that's fair, actually. Okay. Like, I am perfectly happy.
Well, as you say, it's the most accepting times, but there are still people who are set in the way. Old people, foreigners, people, like I was sat with the prawns at the pub last night. And
Polly, what do you call them? Splodies?
The roof tossers? Tossers.
Well, we just saw this, and this is a little bit of a oil and water thing on the reaction channel, the Fat Girl reaction channel. We just saw what's-her-face make unprompted community posts denouncing the LGBT community because she's a newly convert Muslim. Like, there's definitely sects of people who don't agree with your way of life.
Good luck getting this channel monetized, by the way. I was sat with the prawns last night, and there was my friend Lisa.
I'm quoting. I'm not just pulling shit out of my ass. I'm quoting.
She's been exploring, splodies, I'm sure. She's been exploring her sexuality.
That's what he said.
She's got a girlfriend, and she's there. She's giving her girlfriend a kiss and everything like that. And I look over at the prawns, and their faces are screwed up in disgust. They're mirrored. I said, 2 women. I went, yeah, that's my mate Lisa. And he went, oh no! So, but they're old and Chinese, so it's a cultural thing and a generational thing right there. But then I'm thinking about it, going, the amount of times I've been accused of being homophobic, but I love lesbian porn.
I mean, it doesn't.
There is a difference, though. Like, fucking not wanting people to be gay. Right, that is homophobia, but also like not wanting to see people making out in public. That has got nothing to do with any kind of phobia. That's
not
just
me furiously typing, looking for Carol yelling, "Stop being so gross and Chinesey."
But I mean, I don't like seeing a man and a woman making out.
Oh.
It doesn't matter the sex or the gender. I just don't like PDA. Akira threw $7.77. He said it's a loud minority of people. The LGBTQ community are the ones starting all the shit. They're the ones with cognitive dissonance. Most
they do.
Bi, trans people just want to live their lives in private. Now there you go. But
they do. Yeah, that's the thing, is these people just want to live their lives, and the LGBT community trademark, rights reserved. Comes out and goes, wait a minute. And everyone's like, ugh, what?
Yeah.
And they go, you, and everyone's like, that's it. That's literally the entire conversation.
It is currently that 10% who are loud and proud, and like the other 90% are just like, just proud.
Okay, let's keep it moving. I don't want to dwell on this too much. There's been some disturbing police video that's come out in the past week.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna take a look at these individually. This is during a traffic stop, and this cop is interacting with a 14-year-old girl.
My wrist? I will recording your wrist. For what? What are you arresting me for?
Because here's the deal, okay? You didn't identify yourself.
Okay. I told you my name. I gave you my name, my first name, my last name, and my date of birth.
Failed to identify what state you're out of.
I
have
said,
no idea who you are.
I didn't understand your question.
And just so people know, you don't have to give a cop your ID.
I said, what do you mean? I said, I work here. So obviously,
please put your other hand behind your back.
Please call a cop. Call another cop right now. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh no, I'm sorry. He's interacting with the driver.
What are you doing? For what? I said who I was. I identified myself.
Look, don't come up on me.
Oh.
He pulled the gun on a 14-year-old girl who was walking back up to her car.
Come up on me.
Is he actually holding his gun sideways?
He's gangster holding his fucking 45
and yells out, "Don't come up on me."
He's from the streets.
Clearly. Came up the hard way. Now he's got his little well, I don't even know what to call it, hat. His fucking what's the ranger from Scooby-Doo? The park ranger?
Oh fuck.
Not
where's G when you goddamn need him?
No, I would have just called fucking due south.
Dudley douchebag. We call them stormtroopers in Ohio because they're all fucking dicks.
He's a child.
Well, tell her to get back in the car.
Stop. Call a cop right now. Call a cop right now. Get in the car.
And hold on, let me pull that back a little bit. He is now pointing the gun at the lady who's saying to call more cops.
But he's gesturing at her, and all, people who are behaving safely with firearms gesture and point with their gun.
Yeah.
Now I feel that you, as they point at themselves, and then the person.
It's scratch the temple of their head with it. Like.
Yeah.
Shout out to the cameraman who did try filming in landscape, but TikTok, it is just TikTok.
Yeah.
Get your phone out and record.
Hey, cutie, want some candy? I'm just kidding. Get in the car.
For I think for the $9 too soon. A little in the middle of, it's a little too soon.
It is too soon if the video is still playing.
You can't. You're not too soon. You preempted. I don't even.
Record everything.
Put your hand behind.
I would like to just point out that the only thing this cop did right in this entire scenario is not put his fucking finger on the trigger. Keep the booger flicker off the bang switch. Well, the dude looks like he's... Hold on. Let's pull it back a second.
He looks like he's about to bust out a guitar solo.
He's wide stancing. He's still like 6 inches shorter than the top of the door of what looks like a mid-sized SUV. So I guarantee you what we're looking at here is a manlet in his natural habitat.
Peaked in high school.
Yeah.
Record everything.
Put your hand behind your back, please.
No, I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I identified myself.
Please put your hands behind your back.
No.
Ma'am.
Your
truck might be lifted. I'm sorry. He's the same size as this Latino chick, if not a little bit shorter, because he's like eye level.
Small creatures.
Yeah, I've never seen a 5'8" Latino woman.
Tried to detain me for nothing. Get off of me.
Please put your hands behind your back.
I will not put my hands behind my back.
I like now how he's trying to be reasonable. Like, come on, please. Please? Just come on, make me look bad.
On the way to the station.
Like big drums.
Wow. Kira, thank you for the $10. This makes me feel incredibly ashamed. I want to rip that patch off his arm and cave his head in. Take my state off your fucking arm. Put this fucking prison. North Carolina troopers are garbage.
Dude, you're not far off from Ohio troopers. We call them stormtroopers because, like I said earlier, they're all fucking dicks.
Why is it always
I don't think
the
they would act
Stadies?
like this, though.
I don't understand that.
I think
Much more
Stadies
than
think they
city
have...
metro cops. It's the Stadies.
I think Stadies think they have, like, extra jurisdiction to act like fucking dickheads.
Like, is it like that next level? It's like, we're not FBI, we're not federal, but we're close. Yeah, is that it? Like, you know what I mean?
They get bullied by other departments of enforcement. Like, you know, you got like the fucking regular uniforms there, like, yeah, oh, yeah, no, great, oh, yeah, but look, I'm gonna go and sit with real cops instead, and they're like, I'm gonna take it out on a civilian.
Maybe.
No. Put your hand behind your back. No.
So that is, I don't know where it went from there. There isn't even an update.
Well, she clearly was arrested. I appreciate why she's going, no, I will not put my hands behind my back. But at that point, you're not winning. You might as well just go get processed and fucking take it up. I mean, because you're going to be in the station with more police. You're actually going to be safer than with that fucking trigger-happy cunt.
Yeah, he pulled the gun out on a 14-year-old girl on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, it's some douchebag shit. But that's not the worst one I have. That's surprisingly.
Jesus!
Here is a cop out of northern Florida. Again, just take a look. And this is just a regular cop.
Yeah, I will in just a minute.
Oh, you piece of shit!
Have you ever seen this before?
No.
Fucking really?
I saw that. Body cam was on. What a fucking idiot.
You ever seen this before? No.
No, what is that?
Hang out with Deputy Jackson here.
Routinely stopped drivers and found drugs. Well, he found drugs on the drivers that he stopped, and of course, every traffic violation would be like, get out of your car, let me search it. He found drugs because they came out of his own fucking pocket. Now, here's a cop who was actually planting actually planting drugs on people that he pulled over.
And recording it.
And remember, guys, here's the thing. You can deny a search. You go, can I search your vehicle? You can give them no. And they can't do anything.
Well, they can't. They can push it. Well, I can get a warrant and get a dog down here. Then go the fuck ahead. Like, man, as soon as a cop pulls you over, your day's already fucking ruined. Fucking lean into it. I know that sounds shitty. It's like easier said than done.
You're right.
It's like, man, your day is already fucked. You might as well, because go ahead, get your fucking warrant based upon what evidence other than your fucking intuition. Okay, and if you could convince a judge to your intuition that you use the force to detect that there was something going on in my car, go ahead. Let's see how long it takes for me to get that evidence excluded with a fucking 1-800 I need lawyer help now type fucking attorney.
I'll call Saul Goodman or the 3666. No, the 36 is something else now. Anyway, I'll call Saul Goodman and get this shit figured out toot sweet. I got pulled over a couple of weeks ago.
The only thing that they had, like,
can you guys fix this for me?
This is an ice cream shop.
Okay, can you guys fix this for me? And can I get a scoop of chocolate, please?
No.
I got pulled over a couple of weeks ago, and the cop was like, hey, can I search your car? And I said, no. He's like, okay, give me your ID. And he came back, he's like, do you have your gun on you? Because I have my CCW. And I said, nope. And he goes, okay, have a nice day. And that was it. I said no. He said, do you have your gun? I said no. And then he just let me go.
I did the, I can't tell you what happened. It's actually a really shitty story. It turned out well, though. Where are you headed? And I said, to the range. And I was. He says, you have firearms in the car? And I said, yeah, I do. Where are they? They're in the trunk with my range bag. And he said, all right, he goes, do you mind if I search your vehicle? And I said, no.
No,
He says, why not?
No, you can't.
And we went back and forth, and he used the line that they always use. You're always going to hear it. If you're not doing anything wrong, then you have nothing to worry about.
Yes, I remember that famously from the Patriot Act.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to worry about. He goes, we'll just do a quick search, and we'll get you out of here and on your way. And I said, but if I'm not, blah, 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 back and forth. And I said, I don't understand what reason you have to do that. He said, look, I could get a warrant. And I said, I don't mean to make your life hard. I know your job's already hard, man, because you don't want to be like, you motherfucker, I pay your salary, because that gets you nowhere. Right. And I said, look, I know your job's hard, and I don't need to make it any harder, but I'm not consenting to a search. I use the traveler language. I'm just traveling.
Yeah.
I'm a sovereign citizen.
But that's the thing.
To your laws.
Yeah, that's what you do. This is how you react to the situation. You go,
I don't
look. I appreciate what you're doing, but no.
Yeah, and I said, and he said, okay, because you are making my job hard. I said, I don't mean to be. It's just I don't understand why you would have a reason to search my vehicle. You pulled me over because of fucking expired plates, and I understand that's a ticket. The tag, I get that. I just let it go by. I said, you can see I have insurance. I've given you that. You can see I have a valid driver's license, etc. He goes, all right. He goes, I guess I'm gonna have to do the warrant thing. He went back to his car. And you sit there and you wait. I was there for a fucking hour. I smoked like a quarter pack of cigarettes, just sitting there waiting. Eventually he came up to me after a fucking hour with the ticket and said, all right, you have a good night. And that was it. So what happened? I don't know. Did he call for a warrant and they turned him down? I don't know. Did he just make me wait?
Yeah. You need to be held under reasonable suspicion, and there was no. The only suspicion was that you did not consent to the search. They do get really butthurt. Did you remember when the fucking police knocked on the building of my door? It was a couple of weeks ago, and I went and answered because the phone, they press the button, it goes, it scares the fuck out of me. So I just answer it like, what? Right, stop pressing the fucking button. And they went, oh, it's the police. We need access to the building. Can you let us in? I went, no. And he went, why not? You know why not? If you had to get in, then you would have got in.
Yeah, exactly.
Divine Petulant says, once they realize you're savvy to your game, they just waste your time. I don't know if that was it, but that was my best suspicion. I don't think that he called anyone to check for a warrant or anything of the sort. I think he just went to his car and called some friends or whatever, and then wrote up the $50 ticket, and that was it. Because that's all it was $50.
I for what? The tag?
The tag, yeah, the tag. Because everything else was legit. It was legitimately that I had just spaced out, and I think he could have seized my vehicle had he wanted to, but I wasn't super dick about anything. I was just like, hey man, I'm not trying to make your fucking job any harder than I know it already is, but no, I'm not going to consent to a search. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. Look at the video we just watched.
Yeah.
Real quick, because I was looking at my the watch page, with the ratio is just terrible too, by the way. And I know
played some Candy Crush. I'm sorry to say that. Just
he played Candy Crush. He ate some of his leftover Chinese food. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna hang out here for a second.
Big titty Instagram page.
I just picture him going back, going, "Damn it! I was just about to. How long have I been here now? Yeah, I better go and give him his ticket." Like, he wrote the ticket up in 3 minutes.
My ass is falling asleep.
You're just Android gaming, the bastard. Far, thank you very much. $14. Seriously though, what the fuck is it with U.S. cops?
Oh, dude, they're all dicks anymore. They're all fucking dickheads. And there was a huge argument I had on Twitter today with a lovely black lady. A lot of you guys know her, right-wing sister, Sunny. She posted this video, was where I got it from. She said backing the blue was a mistake, and I retweeted it because she was fucking on point. And somebody responded going, well, black people are bad too. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Zach jumped in there immediately and was like, dude, are you fucking retarded? It's all on my Twitter. You should go read it. It's an incredible tweet. But I forgot to annotate a new donation at $6.69. I fucked up. I need to see Drunkle's reaction to this, because this is almost perfectly made for him. But yeah, it was, go on my Twitter and read it. But this still isn't the worst one. This still is not the worst cop. Do you guys want to see the worst cop shit I have seen in a long fucking time?
Not really, no.
Well, too bad, you're going to.
Right.
So what you see here is a man who attempted suicide by overdosing. And of course, if you attempt suicide by overdosing, cops show up to figure out what's going on. Sure. Look at how they treat this man. There's no audio to this, by the way. At least the audio has been lost.
What you
you
smiling at?
This young gentleman, incredibly happy with his life right now. No, 669. He's dying on the bed. You know, dying. Calling for help.
Put barbecue on the jalapenos.
What the fuck was that?
Let me replay it. It cut off.
Put barbecue on the jalapenos.
It's spicy.
Jalapenos.
Well, I'll read those in a second. Look at how they treat this fucking dude. And maybe I'm just extra emotional about this because my cousin died last year from an overdose, but look at this.
What the fuck?
Lord.
What the fuck? Why?
Put barbecue on the jalapenos.
Timing. And I would just like to point out those blood splatters on the bed were not there before these first couple of shots happened.
Fuck.
What? Why?
Hmm. Bobby says this is going to make me cry. No, this definitely is not easy viewing. This is infuriating.
I agree.
And look at him. Power stancing over him, and this guy just doesn't know what's happening. But don't worry, he put his gloves on first, so it's safe.
Well, yeah, he knew he was going to be fucking drawing blood or fucking didn't want to get infected by the man or whatever the fuck, or leave prints across his face. No, I realize you can't leave prints across his face, but Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
This story gets even weirder. So this guy tried to kill himself. It did not work. The cop caught this video posted. This video. This guy sued the police department for $4 million. And look what happened.
Better after that, didn't it?
Well, if he didn't actually die.
Oh.
He was found dead after filing the lawsuit for $4 million. Nothing to look at here.
Nothing suspicious there. Okay.
Nothing at all. So my phone has gone off like 4 times. If Drunkle, if you could start reading this, I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Well, it's a piece of the sun has broken off, stunning the scientist, who's quoted to say, "Very curious." Actually, I think it was from the Lewis Carroll branch of science. They said,
or this could be it.
Curiouser.
This could be the chunk. It was never an asteroid that we should have been hoping for, but a stellar fragment
of the sun. It's coming to get us. We're all getting tanned. So scientists were baffled after a material broke off the sun's surface and created a tornado-like swirl around its northern pole. The remarkable phenomenon was caught by NASA on the James Webb Space Telescope.
Shut up! Be quiet!
All right, mate. Fuck. The James Webb caught it, Polly. I love that.
James Webb for the win.
I love that telescope. But then, of course, it wasn't because it was named after James Webb, wasn't it? And everyone was really looking forward to it as well. Oh, yeah, it's assembling in space. It's fucking awesome. Really a terrific bit of kit.
Sorry about
James Webb was a Nazi.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but he was racist, so, fuck him and everything he's ever accomplished.
Of course he was racist. He was in the 1920s. Everyone was fucking racist.
Of course.
My mom called, the good one. And she's like, Matthew, did you pay the Netflix this month? And I said, yeah, Mom, I paid it. And she goes, well, I'm trying to watch something on Netflix and it's not loading. I said, are you using the Roku remote? She said, oh, no, I'm not. Oh,
using the wrong remote.
Old people in technology is just phenomenal.
They just have to go over there.
The bishop, the hospital footage happened in a former Eastern Bloc country. There's audio. Look at the 4chan for the full WebM. I didn't know that. Pete for 669, Viva la Drunkle, Jalapeno. I'm not even telling him anymore. You dipshits better smash a like button or Buffalo Wingding. Wingding bullshit markers? What are you talking about? I got Sin to say something stupid. You motherfucker. You should still be smashing the like button, you stupid dipshits. The Silent Sin needs your support. Indeed, we do. And M4 Sherman, here you go, Sin. Thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. Do I have to call them out individually to get you guys to hit the new donos? Okay. Try the 3433. That's a phenomenal one. I'm very happy with how that one turned out. That one too. And remember to support these guys too.
Just like Shadowcaster, who threw $3 with Ricky Spanish, he said, here comes the sun. Or was it, here comes the sun? Thank you,
No, it was the first one. Hunter Biden proposed unionizing prostitutes, according to Laptop. Okay.
Unionizing.
Might as well. Fuck it. I think prostitution should be legal.
I mean, I'm in two minds about it because the people who go like, sex work is work. You go like, oh, it's not, is it? Like, you're actually led down for a lot of it. But then also, these are the same people that go like, oh, this guy uses prostitutes. He's a pervert. So which one is it?
Look, I think if you're a prostitute and you're letting random men hit for however much the current prostitution rate costs, $170, whatever it is.
What is it, like $10?
If you're letting men hit, you're putting in work.
I mean, there is. I don't know if there's a union per se, but in Amsterdam, where it is all legal, you know, it's a taxable job. The old red rooms. You know, you got to rent them out and shit like that. It's certainly considered a work there. And I mean, fucking hell, it brings a tourist in.
I mean, I want to go to Amsterdam.
Dude, mate, the hookers are like supermodels.
There's no
fucking lot lizards over there, mate. Like, they are. I just went window shopping. I had a great time.
That's how I feel about that. Yeah. Akira, thank you for the $10. Greatly appreciated. Don't pay attention to the details and disregard the fact that the cops do shit like this are almost always, quote, men 95+% of the time. I'm sure having our laws enforced by Jay Drazy will be fine.
Ugh. You're getting too close to the mark there, Akira. Calm down.
Because first, like, what the fuck is it with U.S. cops? I'm not. This is no intention of.
Bless you.
Well, bless you. That was almost cartoon level sneeze. You literally said "achoo."
Yes.
I don't know anyone that does that. Achoo. That was great.
All right, now here's the part where we start getting into like the actual segments. Anti-vaxxers, and this is from a little bit ago. Scribe sent 2020. Anti-vaxxers have this dangerous theory called natural immunity, and now it's going mainstream. So I'm going to take you guys.
We got a chaser for this one, buddy.
Oh, we do. I'm going to take you guys on a trip. So since this happened, of course, this is right when Operation Warp Speed was in full swing. This was the thing. If you're anti-vax, blah, blah, blah. And of course, it was under Trump's presidency that the vaccine was created. It was Trump's vaccine for all intents and purposes. And people still didn't want it. Then it was anti-vaxxers, right-wingers, alt-righters, QAnoners, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then this came out a couple of days ago. People unvaccinated against COVID are at higher risk of diabetes. And we've seen a million of these articles. Diabetes, car crashes, domestic violence. They're probably not that one, but you know what I mean. Unvaccinated people are more likely to beat their children. Just insane shit. And this was just the most recent one from 2 days ago. But I want to take a look at this article from yesterday from NBC. Immunity acquired from COVID infection is as protective as vaccination against severe illness and death, a study finds. The immunity generated from an infection was found to be at least as high, if not higher, than 2 doses of the mRNA vaccine.
Well, you know, fucking
Conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, but it's not conspiracy if it's proven to be true.
I'm just going to take a drink of my drink on that one because holy shit, this victory lap has worn me out. It's just incredible. But yes, we have to talk about the trains. And this is where a majority of these tabs that you two see here are. I want to take you back to late last year when
RIP your RAM, dude. Is this Chrome?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
I want to take you back to late last year when U.S. rail workers were getting ready to strike. Now, what were they striking over? Jobs, schedules, and safety. Now, safety issues, be it from the tracks or other workers, I'd rather have diabetes than random heart failure. I mean, if we're taking the victory lap, we are purebloods. We're not going to collapse from sudden death syndrome. I'm just throwing it out there. Thank you, Hakira, for the $2. And we are about 1/3 of the way to goal. We have successfully dethroned Cult of Krill with that big 45 earlier with the amazing donation. M4 Sherman is standing at less than $5 of Stream Boss Health. And if we can crush that goal, we'll get another song. Why the fuck not? They were striking over rail safety. And scheduling is a really interesting way of putting no paid days off for an entire year of working. So this is what they were striking about at the end of last year. So what happened? Well, Biden signed a bill and every media outlet touted it as to block railroad strikes. When in reality, the bill was, and we covered it right here on the AAA meeting, it made striking as a railroad worker illegal. So they didn't come to a compromise. They just made it illegal to strike as a worker. So they didn't fix any issues. They just said, hey, I am so happy.
I love that.
So happy with how that turned out. Holy shit. Cult of Krill for the 45. Oh, hell no. That's some strong Stream Boss HP, and Cult really wants it. So you guys better not try to take it away from him. But if you do, I suggest the 120. That's a pretty good one. I'm curious to see how the 75 and the 120 go over, considering how much you guys like the 110. And Fake Gamer Cat, if you're out there, I want to see your reaction to it too. But thank you, Cult. Much appreciated, buddy. Like super illegal? Yeah, like you are going to jail if you are a railroad worker and try to strike illegal. Paul, you remember this happening?
No, I don't, actually.
Oh. Awoo train while in the snooze? I mean, it's here. If you guys want to Awoo train. Well, I will say we have a new Awoo at the 7777, which does count to the train. Here's how railroad workers are fighting on after Biden fuck. Take two. Here's how railroad workers are fighting on after Biden blocked a national strike. Now, they say that because Biden blocked it by signing a bill into law that makes striking illegal. So they continue to fight on for any. And again, the articles are worded very interestingly. Politicians may have headed off their strike, but railroad workers have not stopped fighting for paid sick leave and safe staffing. Now, when they say this, they mean any paid sick leave, because a full-time railroad worker at the end of last year had no paid sick leave. And as of now, they still have 0 paid sick leave.
That's fucked up, man. It really, because in Britain, you have that by law. You know,
well,
it's
when
really
the person who makes the law makes it illegal, you can't really fight it.
Well, that's true as well. That is true as well. I mean, they've been trying to outlaw fucking protesting here for a little while now, but it does. You know, we don't do everything wrong over here.
I mean, that is a point that you guys nailed it. You should legally have some paid sick leave. What are you supposed to do? Go into work if you have fucking Ebola?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So how did this turn out?
Across the country.
So the entire railway union, which is damn near all of the conductors, got together and said, hey, we're not going to work unless you give us something to work with. We need better pay. We need any paid sick leave. And we need to up the safety standards. When that didn't work, well, how did it turn out? Train derailment in Van Buren Township. Multiple roads closed. And this is all from the past, like, 4 days, by the way. This is not since the end of last year. This is in the past couple of days.
Brought you apple juice.
And quite a bit more. You're immune.
You must be the mage.
That was such a good scene.
You see,
Fustonia. Good.
I'd fuck Yen, but I'd be thinking of Triss.
It's not TV show Triss though.
No, God, no. As far as I'm concerned, that didn't happen.
I will say the Yen they got in the TV show might have been a little hotter than video game Yen.
Dude, like, even as a fucking hunched back cripple, she was still pretty fine, do you know?
Whoever they cast for Yen in the show was it was so spot on. Opening question mark donos is like opening presents as a kid on Christmas morning. $75 dono served up hot and fresh. Love you guys, no homo. Thank you so much, Fustonia. Let me just go ahead and annotate that real quick. God bless. Thank you. That was that scene. I was like, oh, there's some movement happening.
It's swelling up a little bit. Where's all my blood gone? Joe needs more nudity, though.
And they need a redhead Triss.
Mm-hmm.
So, a train derailment, multiple roads closed, fine. Again, these are all from the past week. By the way, this is our railroad ways in Ohio. This is what our tracks look like.
Fucking insane.
Look at this.
It looks like a child drew it.
They think I'm cute. You know I'm sexy. All I'm saying is none of these trains were derailing before the Chinese commie balloon was shot down. Just saying.
There's a weird parallel there, isn't there?
It's just an unnerving one. Thank you, Call, for the love break. The heartbreak, sorry. Look at this. This looks like fucking Polly drew it after he threw up that amazing scotch. This is not a third world country. This is right here.
Fuck. Oh my God.
Look at this. Look at how fucking far over this lead engine is.
How does it even get
And there's
to that
derailing.
point?
Shocking.
I feel like I could walk up and sweet chin music the what is that called? The engine? It would tip right the fuck over.
Oh God, look
at
at
it
go.
wobble. Good God.
Like me on a Saturday night.
Hmm.
Dude, this is like your frame rate is fucking up, man. What the
Now this is sped up by like 800% because in this area of track, the train is not allowed to go over 10 miles an hour.
You can see why.
Look at that.
The driver on the fucking left window as well. He's like, oh shit, this bit again.
He must have like 3 people on the other side, like hanging out the window. But all right, put your weight over here. Look at that. That's fucking terrifying. But anyway, that's the current state of train tracks. No wonder they were striking over safety. But there's a train derailment in Splendoria, eastern Montgomery County. Not allowed to talk about that one. Next. Oh, hazmat crews deployed to clean up massive fire that ripped through a Florida plastic warehouse.
Just
Can't be
like
talking.
that. That's how it went.
Yeah. It's caught on fire and the hazmat crew's like, oh.
I was referred to the explosion, but yeah.
Oh, this was in Texas.
That is.
No, it says Florida right there.
I think the authorities said if you have breathing problems, stay indoors, and everyone's like, yeah, and if you want breathing problems, go outdoors. The amount of plastic that's in the air, mate. Jesus Christ.
Dude, we're about to cover all that shit. Go ahead, grab that.
But strange parallel with the balloons, though, isn't it? Hakira for $7.77. He says, I have 0 days of paid leave. I have 0 mental health days, no vacation. Like most Americans, I get punished for even considering taking a day off. Keep calm and soldier on, is the general attitude. Well, I mean...
It really is, and it's terrible. I know... I don't know what... I don't know if Hakira has... I'm working on it, goddammit.
I'm just waiting for that sentence to come together. It's okay, hold on.
I don't know if Hakira has said publicly what he does, but I know. And goddamn, you deserve a few fucking days off somewhere in there, dude. Holy shit. But anyway, a giant plastic fire in Florida.
I ain't got no mental health days, and God knows I could use them.
Road closed due to this derailment in Loris County. I mean, that's totally normal. Multiple cars were turned over after derailment on Saturday. Can't talk about that one. How about this? Oh, well, this is good. No hazardous materials in derailed train in Detroit.
Well,
and by the way,
they all escaped.
By the way, you are not allowed to drive hazardous materials through anywhere near a city.
No, that's why the Ohio thing is actually such a big scandal. It should not have been there. A lot of people are blaming Trump because he did a thing with train brakes or something like that. But then, yeah, Biden didn't fucking, he didn't turn it over. So like a train. That's why it's such a big thing. Do you think that this is more prolific, trains tipping over, or is it just because of what happened in Michigan? There's a lot more reports of it happening.
Well, you mean Ohio, but there were no hazardous materials in the one in Michigan. Oh, wait, yeah, there were. Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. Second time in less than 5 days of a train carrying hazardous materials derailing outside of a city where they're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed to talk about that. How about this one? On Norfolk Southern, another one in Michigan. Again, not allowed to talk about that. What about this? A different warehouse plastic fire.
Fucking hell, look at that shit go. Good God.
How about this one? Derailed train spills 2,000 gallons of diesel. And again, all of these are within a week of each other. Derailed train spills about 2,000 gallons of diesel fuel near the Yaquina River. This is getting about as interesting as all those food processing plants fire. It would be a shame if more... Oh, wait. Van Buren Township after a train derailment. As trains derail... This headline is so perfectly put. As trains derail like they're just popping off the tracks across America, Pete Buttigieg complains that there are too many white construction workers.
Oh, my God.
Oh, fuck me.
Jesus Christ. This just happens so much. It's hard to keep track of. This whole section.
No, that was good. That was okay. Those are both good.
Thank you.
I was taking a drink of my drink, but God damn it. After this, I have another dono I made that I think, Polly, I don't think you've seen the movie because Drunkle and I have gone on at length about it, but after the segment. No. Old Boy.
Oh, okay. All right.
3464 for that one. I'm very happy with how that one turned out. You're on your own. East Palestine residents told they're ineligible for FEMA help because their homes weren't destroyed by the toxic train derailment. Many ask, where's Pete Buttigieg? Biden stays silent for 2 weeks in the disaster.
He has been very fucking quiet, hasn't he? Just after he busted the unions as well.
Yeah,
Been
right?
Very fucking quiet.
So the government, FEMA government branch said, yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. Just try not to breathe.
But Pete Buttigieg blamed Trump for it.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about.
When he finally made a statement, he said, Trump fucked it all up.
9/11.
Like, the fucking balls on this dude to come out and go, it's Trump's fault.
Mm.
After Ohio train derailment, residents say they're living a plot of the movie they helped make. Well, if it's not Trump's fault, it's your fault.
It's Hollywood's fault.
It's your fault. It's your fault and Trump's fault. It's not Biden for blocking the strike. It's not Pete Buttigieg for being the head of the Department of Transportation. By the way, the stream goal, Yeet Mayor Pete, that we just passed over halfway to, it's your fault.
Did you see there was what's the name of the company? Is like Norfolk Southern?
Southern.
Like that? Yeah. And they were meant to go to a town hall meeting.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, have you got that?
I'm pretty sure I have what you're talking about.
Okay.
It's not Norfolk Southern. It's not Biden's. It's not Buttigieg's. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's our fault that these trains are just popping off the line. It's fine. You can't talk about it. But the EPA has come out and said there's no evidence of water contamination after the derailment. None at all.
Yeah.
And our goblin of a governor just went along with it hook, line, and sinker. But here is the evidence.
I was really hoping this would come directly
Here's
after
just
that.
some random bitch with no ass tossing a stone into the river. And this is the Ohio River.
It's very small.
That is iridescent as fuck.
It ain't good.
No evidence. No evidence.
Like a load of fish just floating on the surface, you know?
I think we have that one too. So here's a map of the smoke. A map of the smoke and the affected area. Let me just find where it's the reddest. Right there. The areas in red are everywhere that the Ohio River supplies fresh water to. The smoke is where the burning plastic went. And I am somewhere in this cloud right here, which is fantastic. So JD Vance,
hey guys,
our senator, went out there and he's like, hey, check this shit out.
And there's dead worms and dead fish all throughout this water. Something I just discovered is that if you scrape the creek bed, it's like chemical is coming out of the ground. Can you come here and let me just show this to people. I don't know if you're going to see this in the camera, but watch this. Just see that chemical.
No contamination, though, guys. No contamination.
Dude, this is going to go down in history. This is like one of the biggest unnatural disasters, and no one is copping to it. Heads will roll.
They will. But you know what you can do? This is going to be a really weak shill, but I'm going to try to push it through anyway.
Come on.
If you do have access to fresh water, you can drink it out of the Sinatra Comma Club tumbler, which there are only two of left.
Flawless.
Oh, fuck. Look, I have to laugh. If not, I will literally cry because this is terrible.
Donate to Sinatra. He needs to buy more bottles.
I need to buy fucking bottled water. That shit is $6 a fucking case. I went to buy my mom some last night. I went to fucking Sam's Club. It was $6 a case.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to follow, though, isn't it? I mean, supply and demand and all of that. Like, I'll send you some water, dude.
Just another guy said the does get sent out yet. Did you not get your McKinley Club package? Yeah, you should have. The Comic Club stuff is still in work. I'm 90% sure I have the art for this one. I want to use figured out. I have 2 glasses left if you want to get these 2 for the from the last package and the first one. I have 2 glasses left because I had to reorder some. But if you want one of those, I mean, I've got 2 of those left. Now's your chance to get them. But I'll double check my mailbox. Let me go look. All right, let me know because you should have gotten the McKinley Club. I sent those out like almost 2 weeks ago.
There you go. Right.
If you don't, I have what? Good.
Oh no, I got to get out. The shop's closing soon. So
right.
If I get back and we're still running, then we'll part it down. If not, then I will be on Twitch in about an hour and a half's time.
All right, I'm going to try to run through this as fast as I can because we are so over time.
Cheers, Polly. Thank you, Hakira and M4 Sherman. Good night, guys.
Fantastic.
Have a good night.
Yeah, just another guy. Let me know if you didn't get it. I'll have to send you another one. I only have like 6 of them left, but I'll have to send you another. I don't know why you wouldn't have gotten it. You're not in Australia. But yeah, this is just totally normal. Right back. Okay. It looks like a stick. That looks like a sick mini baby. Sick mini baby. Oh, for like doing the yeah, okay. But here, check this out. This, by the way, anybody who doesn't know, you can't see my cursor. Here, I'll do it like this. Screenshot. Right about here is where the crash happened. The Ohio River feeds into the Mississippi, which feeds into like 15 to 25% of the entire freshwater basin of the country. So that shit you just saw is just going to be all in the water for everybody in that area. It'll be totally normal. It'll go out to the Gulf of Mexico and then it'll be fine down there. For doing 40K. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a disaster of epic proportions. I mean, it's not good. What's happening here is not good by any stretch of the imagination. But real quick, guys, while nobody else is here, hit the comma, hit the McKinley. That way they can come back and I'll be celebrating. They'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? It is insanely bad. That is putting it lightly. So if you thought JD Vance or that bitch with the no ass was just a kind of one-off kind of thing, take a look at this. Here's a reporter. Oh, god damn it. 22 hours ago. Fuck, let me pull it up. Here we go.
Once again, would you move? As I'm going to throw another rock right here. Would you stay here? Would you drink that water? Would you be affiliated with this? Would you bathe your kids when it's bubbling up and looking like an oil slick?
Oil slick is one thing. That looks like the goo from fucking Ghostbusters 2 that Vigo the Carpathian had running through the streets. This is not good. Whoa. What's I paid money. Thought I fucking canceled that. God damn it. This is not good. Did you send it to the new address I sent you? If so, it looks like I did not get it. Fuck. I did not update the address. God damn it. Okay. I thought I did, but it must not have saved. Send me the address again. Somebody is just enjoying your McKinley Club swag. Just another guy. Okay, so we have 5 McKinley Club packages left. 2 Comic Club packages left. And if you're already a Comic Club member, it doesn't fucking matter. You're going to get a whole new thing of all new stuff anyway. So now's the time. But yeah, that's totally fucking normal. Fuck off. Thousands of dead fish reported around the Ohio derailment site. Again, totally normal. Thousands of dead fish.
Shut up! Be quiet!
God, Mel Blanc was the GOAT. Microplastics in water, anybody? A simpler time, actually. Thank you, Shadowcaster. Thousands of dead fish reported around the Ohio derailment site, but don't worry. Don't worry. It's still perfectly safe. Am I the stream boss? You are not. Cult of Krill is still hanging on by, well within striking distance, by the way. Anything over $66 should take him out. Uh-oh. My shit's popping off. What's going on? Boop and boop. Okay. Yeah, that's where I fucked up. Just another guy. I don't... judging by that, You probably don't have access to it. It's fine. I will send you another one. Don't worry about it. That was my mistake. I genuinely apologize. I should have remembered. I'm very sorry. Just another guy. I will get it fixed up as soon as humanly possible. So thousands of fish dead. Thousands of fish dead. Okay, I think if I can, I'll take it up after this. So if you want to get one of the other things, I'll take it up there after this one too. Call the other to see if they got it. It's worth a try, but I'll send you another one anyway for the heartache. So here is how Governor DeWine, our fearless, stalwart leader, handled this situation.
I would be alert and concerned.
Oh, wait, I didn't get to that part yet.
But I think I would probably be back in my house.
DeWine, another manlet.
I think that was a very good answer.
24 hours later.
As the conditions on the ground become safe so that we can put our scientists and engineers not in harm's way, but in a position where they could do their work, we will be then in a position to provide those updates to the public as soon as we can.
So if you're like, hey, wait a minute, I don't know what he just said. What he said was, if you feel unsafe, stay in your house, but it is safe outside. And then the head of the EPA said, it's not safe for us. It's safe for you, but it's not safe for us. Us government employees are not, it's not safe for us, but for you, it's okay. You can go out there, you can drink the water, you can do all that, but it's not safe for us to be on the ground yet. Bro, your water is actually dissolving stone. Ohio and Michigan are about to start making super mutant stone dissolving flammable water, and not a good sign. It's not, but as we just saw, the governor and his EPA lackey said, it's safe, you're fine, you can go outside, you can drink the water. The next morning, the head of the EPA said, it's not safe for us to be there. You can go outside, but we're not quite sure that it is safe for us to go outside in your area where it's safe for you. These motherfuckers. But don't worry about that, because after that, they just deleted everything about East Palestine on their website. The EPA just removed every update they had about East Palestine on their site, and they just deleted it. It never happened. We didn't say it was safe. But what they did say was dangerous was gas stoves. No gas stoves. You can't have that. Giant plumes of black death going into the environment, that's perfectly fine. I don't see a problem with this. Drink the water. You're okay. Shut up. No one cares about you plebs. Are you seeing soot on your car? They changed the headline from this, by the way, because the headline was just, are you seeing soot in your sky? It is not from the Ohio train derailment.
Alcohol, liquor, booze.
Environmental officials say. So remember, guys, if you're seeing black clouds in the sky, it's not from the derailment. It's not from this. If you're seeing soot anywhere, it's not from this. Guys, there's no soot anywhere. Facebook said so. It said it's false information. You're not seeing the soot. Your eyes are lying to you. Oh, these motherfuckers, they deleted the tweet. Or it got, oh, look at this. The account got banned. Okay, well, let's keep moving. Here's the smoke, by the way, from that derailment. It's not real. It's not real. You guys aren't looking. This isn't real. What you guys are seeing here is not real. This is all fake. Facebook said it's fake news. What you're seeing isn't there. Oh, look at that. Look at all this fakeness in one photo. This isn't soot. This is black clouds of diversity hires and inclusion. Look at that. It's a giant black hole of death of diversity hires and inclusion. This isn't soot or smoke. This is your eyes lying to you.
Can you go back to the 2 photos ago? The first one you said, where like those. Can you go back? I love that one.
Which one? The Facebook one?
It was 2 photos ago. This is the third. So
this
like
one?
one before. And that, yeah. Jesus Christ! Look at that fucking picture.
Look at this.
I'm sorry,
Look at this. Look at this apocalyptic horse shit.
It looks like, Sarah Connor and Terminator driving off into the desert right before Judgment Day. And, she sees this cloud behind her. I love this. Like, nothing's going on. What do you mean? Look at that fucking cloud. What are you talking about? If you look hard
here's the
enough
thing,
squint,
is
you can
this
see Satan.
This is the last thing all of us saw when she's like gripping the fence and gets turned into a skeleton instantaneously.
It's like, there's no problems. Are you fucking serious?
I'm gonna leave this on the screen and I gotta go drain the main vein. Just look at this and realize that nothing is happening and you shouldn't drink clean water out of your comic club glasses.
I'll tell you something, chat, Mike. Okay, really quick. Crossfire 4891. Thank you for the $2. Howdy, Polly. Happy Friday. If you're willing to take some scares, look at the original Dead Space games. First 2 are fun, and the third can be done in co-op with a friend. Happy weekend, daughter. Well, happy weekend to you too, Crossfire. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. And since I have my my Steam, as promised, is up and running now, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I have some complaints about controllers. Trying to fucking find a controller. Amazon reviews. Yeah, I got a whole fucking rant about Amazon reviews. They scare me off of buying pretty much anything these days. Gamers run their equipment hard and break them and throw them, and they fucking Wings of Redemption their fucking controllers at the screen and then go on Amazon and say that this shit's cheap and it broke after 2 weeks. Did you break it? Now, I'm not saying all gamers. I'm just saying there's angry ones out there, and they run their equipment hard, and fuck. Now I think that the thing's gonna break because it's made out of Chinesium. But anyway.
Usually when people ask how I'm doing, the real answer is I'm doing shitty. But I can't say I'm doing shitty because I don't even have a good reason to be doing shitty. So if I say I'm doing shitty, then they say, why? What's wrong? And I have to be like, I don't know, all of it.
Thank you.
All of it is wrong.
That is, thank you, Trimble, for the 925. And that, yeah, that's from my Cry for Help series of comedy bits. Anyway.
What the fuck is this? The 2692. I'm looking at my fucking shit on the back end. I don't know what half of these are anymore. I labeled them so ambiguously.
Do you know who, like, I mean, you've already kind of said it, but like it needs to be said, I think, full-throatedly and often as possible. Mayor Pete. Seriously, Mayor Pete.
We are, I mean, that's the goal, is to eat Mayor Pete. And we're going to take a look at a lot of the fucking dumb shit he's done since.
Okay, well, I'll hold off on my fucking anger.
We talked about,
because, like, I mean, it's not just picking on.
Tell me how the grass tastes, little man.
There go my hopes and dreams off to the grave. It's fine. I've become accustomed to it. Pete, thank you for the $16. It's almost like the Naked Gun. Nothing to see here. Yeah, when the fireworks factory's fucking burning.
Oh, shit.
Also,
I had that on my list of possible donations.
This is for your monitor fund. Greatly appreciated, Pete. That's exactly where it's going. Yeah. I'll say, I'm not just randomly picking somebody out of the Biden administration to be like, fuck Biden, et cetera, et cetera. No, this really is his fucking job.
I mean, no, this is literally his job. I mean, this right here is to make this not happen.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, what the fuck am I doing?
That's it. Nobody has used that in a long time. That's great. Akira, thank you for the 1175. Just stop looking. Buy a PS5 controller.
I am 90% sure you have earned more than I have tonight, dude.
No, okay, man. It's the people are. We've talked about it. The value menu versus going to Five Guys. Like, you know.
I have added so much to the value menu. Yeah, whatever. What can you do? Anyway,
I'm going to take the opportunity to poll chat. Is that right? Like, I'm going to express ignorance. I don't give a fuck. I'm not a gamer. I don't have a fucking ego to protect in that way. Is the PS5 controller the way to go? Is it? I don't know. You tell me.
I generally like PlayStation controllers a little bit better than Xbox ones. I still I use PlayStation 3 controllers still. So I genuinely like the PlayStation feel more than Xbox.
I like the
Because
look of the
Xbox, you
PlayStation
kinda
controller.
have to-
It looks like it's, and I've played with PlayStation, and it's like, okay, this is ergonomic as fuck. This feels good. You know what I mean? So I don't
Xbox,
know.
you have to like hold it off kilter. Like I feel like my left hand is higher up than my right hand, so I'm always kind of tilting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like if you don't like, I've had people like, okay, Eve comes to me and she says, Polly, I need to buy a gun, a handgun. Cost is a consideration. And
Did
I
you
need
tell her to
some
get
for
a
home.
left-handed one?
What's that? I didn't even get that. What do you want?
A left-handed gun.
Well, you joke, but they make them. What the fuck?
I know. Okay. Anyway, that's fine. I got it. I pulled my drunkle for the day.
I'll see myself.
I mean, I've seen a lot of penises come out of black goo before, but never like that.
Far for the Treefiddy thing. Use Xbox controllers. The buttons don't change to PlayStation buttons in a game on PC. Use an Xbox because the buttons don't change to PlayStation buttons in a game on PC, but PlayStation changes to Xbox.
I don't know.
These are the kind of things I brought up.
Okay, no, I get what you mean. Yeah, because Xbox is Microsoft Windows. It's naturally integrated into the whole thing.
Right.
So you just play the game you normally would, but with different control prompts on the screen. So you'll have to learn the X is the other one. You just rotate it one clockwise or counterclockwise.
I was running with an assumption that apparently might be wrong. I thought all the buttons were mappable on a PC controller.
They are, but gamers are genuinely lazy.
Okay. And so just don't do the thing?
Look, man, I don't know. I play Dark Souls, all that shit on PC with controller, and I use the PlayStation controller, and if it says X, I know X is the one to my left. I know whatever is the one on top. You just figure it out.
And Old Man Enfield living up to his namesake, and television for the win.
Yes.
Yeah, I want an Atari 2600 controller. You know, the one with the joystick and the one red button up to the top left?
I know
Love
exactly
it.
what you mean.
I love the look. That controller just looks like, yes, I do live in the 1970s. What's your point?
A place I frequent has a Atari setup that you can just play, and I'm like, oh, it's simpler times.
Well, okay, so curious as Xbox controllers are bad for your wrist. See, this is why I brought the example of Eve. She hears Reaper and I and other people, yakking about guns endlessly. And there's such a wide range of fucking things. It's like, Paula, can you just name a gun that is a good idea to go with? And I ended up picking one for her. Just like, Eve, just go with this. It's a good option. It fits, if prices are considered, et cetera, there. You can't lose. If you know what I mean. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, because when I went on to Amazon, I started looking at controllers. Holy shit, guys. If you don't know anything about controllers, which I don't, I'm a stranger in a strange land. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I bought my control every controller I have, I got from Walmart for like $15. So I'm not putting the money down on that for the computer.
You know what some people that I know do? They order 3 of a thing from Amazon and fuck with all of them and then return it. And I'm like, aren't you in a constant state of returning shit from Amazon? They're like, it's the life I've chosen.
It is. And I agree. And I am in that life.
Are you constantly reboxing and sending shit back to Amazon?
Oh, dude, Amazon at this point has just figured out what my local UPS store is.
Freedom.
Roller that fits like a CZ75. Yeah, good luck. There's no control of this that ergonomic. I love everyone just threw up their suggestions for like what pistol to go with.
Yeah, I see M&P Wilson 320.
Fuck the M&P, fantastic pistol. I got one.
M&P's okay. I took my.
It's a meat and potatoes gun. I'm not saying it's a high end pistol. I'll tell you what I recommend to Eve, and chat's probably going to freak out over this. I told Eve to get a Smith & Wesson SD9. Why? It's an M&P with no frills. It's $400. You can get it like on the street for like $350, like retail, meaning. Okay, it comes with the Smith & Wesson warranty, 15-round magazines. You get 2 mags with it. It is a basic, reliable pistol, and that's all she was looking for.
I mean,
and if it breaks, she can't
perfect.
fix it. So it's got the Smith & Wesson warranty. You order the shipping label, send it to them, they fix it. And unlike Remington, this is why they went out of business. You know, you will actually get it back fixed.
I took my CCW test, dating me 10 years ago with an M&P Shield. So
Really?
M&P's fine.
With your big fucking meat hooks Malone and your meaty claws?
Yep. And I nailed everything within the center thing. But my EDC is a Glock 17, which is good for my meat hooks Malone hands.
Right.
My desk gun is a Taurus 92 FS. So, I mean, you can do the thing with the thing. I think I paid $300 for that back in like 2020.
My desk gun,
maybe
I had to switch back to
2019.
my 1911 because, as you might have seen on Twitter, I broke my SIG, the recoil spring in it anyway. You know why?
We went into
shoot
that
like a champion.
We went into that at length the other day.
You're damn right. So, but I had to switch desk guns because, you know, I like the 10 rounds of the SIG over the 8 rounds of my 1911. But my 1911 is where my heart's at. So it feels like I've come home.
Polly, do you upload your donations? What, like in the back end of them, do you label them thoroughly? Like, how does the grass taste, little man? Anything like that? How do you label them?
Like the file names, do I label them identifiably?
On the back end, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to find any fucking thing then.
I
That
should
one's
start
called,
doing.
how's the grass taste, little man, is called Shield Ponage, I think.
I should start doing that because I'm looking at the stuff I have labeled on the back end. I'm like, oh, this one's just called tacos. What the fuck is that?
Zombie Teddy's like, Polly, quit bragging about breaking your gun. I'm having fun with it. I admitted it was a metallurgical thing. It wasn't me breaking the gun. Let me have this, damn it. I can't believe I actually broke a recoil spring. Like, Reaper's reaction, like for like 3 minutes, he was just like, Polly, how? I'm like, yeah, I know. It's
Because Polly's a fucking champion. That's how.
That's the story that I've been going with. Yeah. I'm just having fun with it, man. It's not really. Yeah, I shoot the fuck out of it, but that's not why it broke. It broke because there was a metal problem.
The 3433 is just called died.
Yeah.
What
see, how
does
the
that
fuck do you
mean?
tell shit apart.
I don't, because I assume people at some point are going to hit them. Then I can label them properly on the watch page. And the other one is called HCTS. That's 4287. I assume numerically it adds up. I'm like, what is HCTS? What is this? Anyway, I rely on you guys to decipher this mystery that I've created for myself and my 7 beers I've had so far.
Dexter, thank you for the $1. I didn't even see this. For fuck's sake, Polly, just get a $20 Xbox 360 controller. It's not fucking rocket science. There's a zillion remappers anyway. Also, are you going to share your damn Steam info or not?
I think that's what I got. It was like an Afterglow PS3 controller from Walmart. I don't even know if they make it anymore because when I went up there a couple of years ago, the guy was like, I don't think we're going to be carrying these much longer. And I bought all of them that they had. So I think whatever works for you, play around with them, whatever feels comfortable for you. I personally am partial to the PlayStation controllers. You might like the Xbox ones. It's up to you ultimately.
You know what the problem is? Is that it's an Amazon thing. You start looking and it's like, ooh, this one has RGB. You know. And
then mine's the clear one.
Is it? You see the guts and everything?
Yeah, but it glows blue. But the fact of the matter, it's a PlayStation controller, and that's what I like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Here, you know what you're not supposed to do, but I'm going to do anyway because I don't do anything right on YouTube. So who fucking cares? Lean into
fuck it. Let's go.
Okay. This is the donation that no one's ever going to fucking see because I put it up there at $75 so no one would see it. Here, fuck. I worked forever on it and I want you guys to see it. So here.
All right. You share that and I'll share it. Oh, I've seen this one.
Yeah. The original animation was so good, but the sound quality sucks so bad, and the eagle was way the fuck zoomed out on. So I'm like, I'm taking this thing and I'm making it better. I'm gonna find the best copy I can, clear the fucking audio, remake it from fucking scratch, and I fucking
all right.
shit.
Here, hold on. Let me just shut off the screen because the black plume of death is taking away from all our fun. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the same thing. So I made the 3666. I got rid of the old one. I made a new one. It's called the Doom. And I'm going to show this one off.
All right. Okay.
Not quite the same, but
no.
Okay. I just need to know what HCTS means. We're gonna hold on.
Here comes the sun.
Oh, it stands for Here Comes the Sun.
Oh, yeah. You never would have figured that out outside of a test, man. Never.
Okay, I forgot.
No, it's the ones that get forgotten about that, like, you loved it, but no one remembers it, and no one thinks to hit it because it's at a weird number like this one. I love it.
Oh, this is so good.
What the fuck, Dad?
Okay, I'm gonna give you a story from my real life. I had this ex who was a handful. Let's put it that way. And she wanted one of them big stupid Starbucks drinks, and she was just being a fucking cunt all day. And she's like laying her head on the window. And I don't know what came over me, but I was just like, fuck this cunt. Like, do you hear that? She said, what? I said, no, listen, if you put your head toward the window, you can hear it. And she put her ear on the window. She's like, I don't hear it. I'm like, you really got to just lean into it and listen. And I did the same move. I swerved and did.
You bounced her head off the
I bounced her head off the passenger side. She said, what are you doing? And I was like, fuck you. It just kept driving.
There was a backseat driver. It was my friend's girlfriend, and she's leaning forward going, you shouldn't really be driving. Like, just, you turn left up here, turn right up here, like this. And I just slammed on the brakes. She damn near flew into the front seat. It was great. She didn't have her seatbelt on. That's how she was leaning that far ahead. She had her butt on like the last 2 inches of the fucking seat in the back. And I was like, oh yeah? Okay, you look here. She said, what the fuck was that? I said, oh, there was a rabbit in the street. I didn't want to hit it.
Shelly said, literally the most awful person. I mean, you've met her. She really is. And she just had a kid with her new boyfriend. And in my old age, babies are so fucking cute. And I saw this picture, I'm like, that's the goddamn cutest baby I've ever seen in my life. But no, she really is the worst human being that's ever existed that I've ever met. But yeah, as a driver, you have so much control.
That's why I get so touchy. But that one is all original redone. I cut it off to silence and then fucking reconstructed the audio. I keep doing that because the audio is never good enough for me because I'm weird that way.
Damn it. My loving and faithful wife, who just definitely helps me with every project I have, said, no, I was talking about you, the most awful person. God damn it.
just marry the woman.
I'm happy with the perpetual engagement.
Oh, okay. Hakira, thank you for the $10. Yeah, pay $30 for a 360 controller and get remapper software that doesn't work with 70 to 80% of the games, conflicts with Steam, or just get a PS5 controller, use a 6-foot USB to USB-C cord, and plug and play. I I can tell you, okay, there's one thing I can say, what do you need, Polly, right? And I'm like, USB connection. I don't trust Bluetooth. I've heard losing the handshakes and it's an unrecognized device and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, the Bluetooth on my fucking PC sucks anyway. I'm fine with a fucking wired controller. I need to get away from wired headphones, but a wired controller I'm fine with.
So, okay. Yeah, I'm getting tipsy. Might as well throw this out there. Shelly said weddings are expensive. That they are. Her and I have talked about actually doing the thing, getting the state involved in our union.
Uh-huh.
We've decided
Which
on
they shouldn't be, but I hear you. I know what you mean. Yeah.
We decided on just one of those little civil things at the courthouse, whatever, and then a Sicilian
wedding.
The after party though. What the fuck's it called? Reception.
Wake. Oh, right. Yeah.
We decided on that. I'd just give Shelly a silk purse, and that's what we're going to do. We've decided on that. But there is a stipulation, because she's a stubborn bitch, and I'm a fucking impossible person to work with.
Yeah.
If we can survive, if we can survive a move, then we'll actually do it.
Moving houses?
Yeah.
That's the test of your marital bliss?
Yes, that is the test.
Like, okay, moving sucks, but I'm not really certain as to why that would be the marriage. Why? Because she's going to try and throw out all your shit and you want to see if that's going to happen?
No, vice versa. Because everything of value that I own is in the studio. She is a veritable hoarder. And I throw out her shit all the time. And I swear to God, she couldn't name a single thing I've ever thrown out, even now, as I'm saying this out loud. And she knows this because I've had this conversation with her and her mom. She couldn't name a single thing I've thrown out. But that is the last time that's her. Last time I moved, it ended in a divorce.
Okay, whoa.
And the last time I moved, it was me and my hetero life mate taking truckloads of shit to the new house, and at like 8 o'clock in the fucking morning, like, we're just getting rid of this shit. Now we're dropping it off. So that's where we concluded that would be the most hatred, I guess. And if we can survive that, we're good. Sin, I can be a witness. Tier, I would have you there in a heartbeat because I know you're right around the way. Wedding
I'd fly
wake?
in for that.
You're an interesting. I would hope you would.
No, I would. I absolutely would fly in for that. Definitely. I would have. So Far's been avoiding me since she's been in the United States because
what a bitch.
Well, she knows that she's got a 15-minute shake coming.
Weren't we supposed to be in Vegas together?
Yeah, she didn't. Yeah.
Which you guys should which you guys should fund us both for a trip to Vegas, like fucking $60.
It's a cheap. That's why I suggested we've been over this, right? The cheapest flights from wherever the fuck you are. It's cheaper for Sam to fly into Vegas than it is for him to fly into London. Think about that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and that's not surprising because Vegas survives by people flying in to leave their kids' college funds there. You know.
Wait, hold on. Fat says, Polly, I'm gonna fight you in her place. Are we about to have a fucking tag team death match?
I know.
I'll fight these lesbians with you any day of the week.
You have to understand, I've known Far for about 4 or 5 years. And she's the amount of times that I've told her I'm going to give her a shake. There's about like 15 minutes of shaking. Same with Weibo, but it's only around 8 minutes for Weibo. But Far, oh yeah. But so she's been avoiding me because of that. But the reason why I bring that up is when Platy and Far got married, I would have flown in, but no one knew. I don't think that they knew. It was like, hey, let's do this. And they did. And so it was done. I found out like the way everyone found out through Discord. It was like, hey, we're married. Oh, okay. Well,
good for you.
Mazel tov.
All I'm hearing is that there's going to be a tag team death match, and I am all for it.
Can I be a timekeeper? Yeah, everyone's shockingly into this.
You underestimate the ability of this chat to rally together. over a common cause of a tag team death match between me and you and the two lesbians. I'm here for it 100% of the time.
See, I'm getting the my test for the marriage is like, well, I want to get married at Mount Vernon. And the woman's reaction to that's going to tell me a lot.
The ginger ale company?
Well, okay, yes, it is. It was also a brand of bourbon at one time, but no, I'm talking about George Washington's homestead, his house. It's
all right.
It's beautiful, palatial estate. It's huge. It's historic. It's got this massive backyard, if you want to call it that, but it's really like back acreage where it slopes awesomely down to Potomac River, and General Washington and Martha are entombed down there. It's just and people do weddings there all the time, and it's not particularly cheap, but it's worth it to do it. If you're going to have a big thing, yeah, get married there in like, early spring when it's not fucking hot and sweltering.
Well,
and everyone's invited to come.
Hot and sweltering in DC is like 70.
What? Have you been to DC? Like, it's 100% humidity with 100 degrees. Jesus Christ, man. It feels like you just walk into a wall when you open the door from the
DC is off the Atlantic. It's not nearly that bad.
Kira's not wrong. I will dress up in a Virginia colonial militia outfit. I'll do it. You think I will?
Is that what we're wearing to the tag team match?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's keep it moving. We could sort all this horse shit out in a minute. That button, boop. Okay, so this is the thing that's not happening. That's where we were 45 minutes ago. The butthole in the sky of death is not happening. Ohio train derailment. What is fact? What's true? What's false? It's being poisoned. This claim overstates the extent to which the hazardous materials have been detected in the river at this point. Low levels. Because low levels just poison into the Mississippi. The government has locked down East Palestine. I have not seen anybody claim that. Residents of East Palestine have been told not to return by officials. They rated that as false, even though they won't go there themselves. Animals are dying. False. Dead fish and cattle have been reported hundreds of miles away. I am less than 100 miles away from this. There has been no evidence of harm to wildlife. Let me hearken you back to the segment I'm going to cut out here where it says, yes, there have been hundreds of dead fish found. Yeah, it's false, Journalists are being arrested in East Palestine. Hold on. From Politico, charges dropped against reporter in Ohio arrested. But it's false. This didn't happen. And these cops aren't manlets. Why are all the fucking cops manlets? Oh, it's so tiresome. By the way, here's the stuff that's not happening. East Palestine, Ohio is undergoing an ecological disaster because authorities blew up a derailed train carrying hazardous materials. Look at some of the replies to this. You and your guys did this.
Which guys? Who are you talking about?
Trump rolled back safety regulations.
Oh, you and your guys. Gotcha. Well, it's funny. Like you said earlier, Biden was on a fucking speed run to how many fucking Trump executive orders he could countermand. Why not that one?
Biden administration vows accountability over train derailment in Ohio as senators press for action. The senators being J.D. Vance. Biden vows they're going to help people accountable. Biden vows they're going to hold people accountable for this insane shit happening in Ohio. But they're not going to give you any disaster help. They turned down Ohio's request for disaster assistance. You cannot make this shit up. We're going to hold you accountable, but we're not going to help you. If you fuck this shit up, we're just going to step back. What do you even say to this? I think this memer got it properly. Ohio's governor, after Biden denied access to his request for disaster assistance. DeWine put on that Zelensky mask. Oh, fuck. If I don't laugh, I will cry.
Yeah.
Who's to blame? I have no idea. I have no idea who could be held responsible for this actual insanity happening.
Look at him. He's seriously contemplating the issues. He's thinking about his gay baby.
The gay baby.
He's focused.
He's super serial. Who else could be responsible? I have no idea.
He legitimately there looks like he's trying to remember like who he is, where he is, what he's doing, what his name is, who he's married to.
I've got other things going on. It happens all the time. It's actually Trump's fault. I don't know who could have done this.
That is a fucking beautiful meme. Holy shit. It's not funny. It's just right.
Yeah, it's not funny. It's accurate.
Yeah.
It's just accurate. And that makes it all the more depressing that the fact that we're just over halfway to yeeting the mayor. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. God damn it. It's just part of being a person who has power and power and responsibility.
DC is literally a swamp, 100 degrees Fahrenheit with 90% humidity most of the fucking year. Will fuck up most people. The Bible Belt is a rough place to live. That's why we turn to God. Yeah. If I live near a swamp. Oh, wait, I do.
Kind of derailed me right there, but that's fine.
All right.
It's not your fault. I'm tipsy. But don't worry about it, because Biden's doctor said he's healthy and vigorous. When I look at Biden, all I think of is the epitome of health, the pinnacle of physical fitness, the guy who has to like hold his hands out on his side when he walks around.
Yeah, you know what? If I shot you up with a whole bunch of ADHD medicine and a fucking cocktail, you'd be fucking vigorous too.
Dude, all
you
I'm
don't see
saying
that
is
shit wearing off? Friends of mine who take fucking ADHD medicine are just like, yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of the particular one. It's not one of the more common ones. And like, it
Ritalin,
has
Ativan.
Not Ativan. That's fun time. Forget about your fucking anxieties in life for fucking 45 minutes.
All I'm saying is that if this goal fills up, I'm going to have some of that Elmer T. Lee because I want more of it, and that's what matters.
You know,
Adderall. That's what I meant.
You know what? I think, I forget what it is, but the person said that it's an analog to Adderall, that it has very, very fast acting, that it doesn't take like half an hour, 45 minutes to kick in, but it has a very, very short half-life that you metabolize it extremely quickly. It's like, that's what you would want for someone like that. I have it for when my regular medication, someone who I know who has ADHD, that's what I have a prescription for. You don't take it every day. You take it when...
Why? Because we fucking can! Because we fucking can! And if we can, we do!
Anybody who's not seen that show needs to go watch it immediately. Looney Lenny, the real company of the government. Fuck it. Let me just replay that. That's such a good fucking scene. I didn't see it.
Why? Why? Because we fucking can! Because we fucking can! And if we can, we do! Why?
Why? At the end again. Love it.
Looney Lenny, the real company and the government. Fuck it. Go ahead, Polly. Sorry.
No, in any case, like, yeah, you get the people like dextroamphetamine, Adderall, people saying Anyway, the one person was saying that's exactly what you would give somebody like that, because notice how he suns down right after about an hour to an hour and a quarter. I'm like, really? That's the metabolization time? And it's like, for that drug? Yes, it is. Didn't you see him during the State of the Union? How frustration with mental decline is a common effect where you get lost. You didn't see him getting extra angry and just a little bit more confused, and you couldn't figure out the next sentence during the State of the Union? I did. Yeah.
I
worked down's real.
I worked in a nursing home that was my first job ever. And that was one of the things that they taught us in the training for it was residents are very, very quick to anger. When you ask them something they don't know, when you try to get information out of them and they don't know, they're not going to respond. They're going to get angry. And a lot of them will get physical. They'll try to hit you. They'll try to push you. They'll try to do all this stuff. Because in a declining mental state, they make up for their inability to answer your question with physical aggression.
Hey, listen here, fat. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I bet I could do more push-ups than you.
Right. And the threats that come from Biden, Anyway, Kira, thank you for the $1. Says Ritalin. Yeah, like I said, I think it's the person says an analog of Ritalin. Now I need to go fucking talk to them because I'm curious. I've totally forgotten and probably shouldn't have brought it up because I couldn't remember. But moving along,
that's okay. But he's healthy and vigorous.
Yeah, well, that
except they just left out his mental health status.
Yeah.
Biden health evaluation is missing the mental health status exam.
Are you gonna? I'm just curious. Are you going to segue into a little Nikki Haley and a little lemony business?
I am not, actually. If you have a rant to go on that one.
Well, just not a rant. It's just Nikki Haley. Was she really so far off in talking about mental competency tests, suggesting the idea? Should it not even be on the table as something to reference?
No,
apparently not.
That needs to be on the table. That needs to be. We need to figure out if our leaders are competent. Look, I am 2.5 sheets to the wind right now. And I don't know if I could lose to a mental exam to Biden as I sit here right now. We need to have mental health examinations for our leaders. If they don't know where the fuck they are, if they don't know what they're saying, they should not be the figurehead of this country.
There's nothing crazy about what she suggested, Nikki Haley. And Lemon, did you hit the little clip of him talking where you?
I saw him talking about Nikki Haley, where he said, "Well, she's past her prime." It's like, all right,
yeah, the whole prime thing, mind blowing. And Poppy Harlow, who I don't agree with most of the fucking time, even she said, "What are you?" Don says, "Hey, there's how did he put it? A woman is at her prime in her 20s, 30s, maybe 40s. And for Nikki Haley to be talking about someone in her prime when you're a woman," and then that's when Poppy Harlow cuts in and says, "What prime are you talking about, Don? For childbearing or for the presidency?" Solid question, Poppy, because what the fuck are you talking about, Don? Like, a woman can be mentally competent at 50, although having gone through menopause. That is not a radical suggestion. What the fuck was he talking about? So he comes out on Twitter, and this is the most frustrating part of it for me. He puts out this little half-ass apology and said, what he said was, get this inartful.
What does that even mean?
Exactly. Like, I mean, I know what it means, but it's like, it was inartful. Women are great and wonderful, and there are a whole bunch of women in my life who prove that every day. And I know, the second he send on that tweet, he knew he was done. That's it. Problem solved. So here you are talking shit about an Indian American woman, a woman of Indian descent, Nikki Haley, right? And a woman. So she's your BIPOC, female, intersectional hero, right? No, she's got the wrong political think. Therefore, I'm going to say that she's fucking incompetent to be the president because she's possibly beyond childbearing years? What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't want to be strong like men who look pretty. I want to be strong like bitch that fight bears in the forest.
Good.
Well, that's the fucking whole thing. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, Don, weren't you a fucking huge Hillary Clinton supporter? That woman with her fucking dusty cooch? Are you? She's way past her fucking childbearing years. What the fuck are you talking about? Prime. Only. Again, this is your intersectional hero. She's a so-called BIPOC and a female. What the fuck? But it's fine because she's a Republican, right? Bastards.
Well, look what they did to Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah. Anything she said, they just dismissed offhand. They don't believe the stuff they say. They just want you to believe they believe it. It's referred to as sundowning, cognitive decline, quick to anger, pacing, wandering. It is really a sad thing to see. Like, if you see somebody doing it and you can pin it, it's genuinely a sad thing to see. A gamer Valina, I take Adderall XR, which apparently is time dosing to avoid crashing, not just longer lasting. Also, a buddy told me it pops as meth on a drug test. Holy shit. And Looney Lenny, the real company and the government, fuck them. I had to cut the Don Lemon shit from tonight's stream. I didn't know we would get into it, but let's continue. Mm-hmm. So they took the mental health exam part out. And okay. I don't know if you expected them to put it in there.
Yeah.
I know we're 195 from goal, but Biden had his thing missing. But you know what they can't do? Damn it, that was supposed to be a perfect segue. They can't hide the fact that inflation is higher than expected at 6.4%, with the most important measure remaining elevated. Can't really hide that one by just admitting it. But what they can do is they can just change how they fucking look at inflation. A huge CPI revisions, prices rose much faster than originally reported for months. They just hit it. It's not happening. It's fine.
We'll change some numbers around, and it's fine.
The fact that they can just get away with this is unbelievable.
The only reason they can get away with it is a compliant media, and we both know that.
That is a fucking fact. Because
none of us can be in the White House press briefing room to ask questions. We're absolutely reliant upon the people who have placed themselves in the position of those who are the watchdogs of those in power, but they ain't watching shit but the promotion of their own political like-minded individuals. That's it.
The same people that had an active and running Trump lie counter that ticked it up every time he talked about Big Macs are just ignoring this.
And immediately canceled the Washington Post. The 3 people they had on the Trump lie squad, they no longer were going to have that section in the newspaper. When? January 20th? Oh, really? So immediately upon Biden's inauguration, he decided to stop doing it. Huh.
Well, it's not only that, but CNN just removed their death and infection counter about COVID when Biden got inaugurated. It's like everything is right there in front of you. All you have to do is look and go, hey, wait a minute. And you'll see it for what it is. I'm not at any measure saying Trump is a saint, but the way our news entertainers treat him compared to Biden is unbelievable. It's
he's still the fucking basically the cash register. Press the button, it opens, and you get money. Talking about Trump will get you airtime and news time. There's a reason MSNBC, as Dave Rubin calls it, the televised mental institution, still talk about Trump as much as they do. It really is just entertainment value. That's it. There's Drunkle has his fucking animal crime wave. You know what I mean? We've all got our things that we lean into, and that's their thing. But the difference is, Drunkle will say, yeah, it's for entertainment or whatever. Yeah, we're here to have fun and laughs. MSNBC, but no, this is deadly serious policy matters for America, that American citizens in America care about America.
We started the show by talking about the Tucker Trump shit, and I have made it evidently clear that I am not fully on board with the Trump train, and I am off it as much as a human can be. But blaming him for inflation, blaming him for train derailments, blaming him for all of this shit is insanity.
We should do a fucking collaborative video where we talk about, here's the things that we don't, and start it with, here's our problems with Trump, and start listing them off. You didn't clean a house. You did this stupidly. This dumbass thing you shouldn't have said. You went off fucking script. You went off your teleprompter at this point and then said some dumb shit. There's all kinds of fucking shit. You said you were going to do this matter and didn't do it. You didn't complete the wall. There's a big one where you could have pushed it a hell of a lot harder. You didn't get a legal team on all of your circuit court injunctions to stop different initiatives that you had pushed forward. The list goes on. And then okay, these are the things we don't like. Now, here are the things that are, listen, you have a problem with Trump? This ain't it, chief. Where you list off things where he didn't. And
dude, that would be like an hour-long video. It just reading headlines.
I say at the end, we just have it scroll with yakety sax playing. Dun, 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 dun. Here's all the things that are just bullshit. Because no, I'm not on the Trump train. No, I'm not a fan. Yeah, he's a force for chaos in politics. And
we're looking at sea otters. 6 of them here.
That's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
We're looking at sea otters.
But no, that is a great idea for a video. And that's the thing is the always Trumpers and the everybody else, you have to be realistic when you talk about this issue, because if you trivialize it by saying, well, Trump is actually responsible for the train derailments, it's Trump's fault that inflation's high. Well, no, not really. If you want to blame Trump for stuff, we can look at lockdowns. We can look at vaccine mandates. We can't blame him for the train derailment that happened 7 days ago. And we can't blame him for the fact that Ukraine is now on a power-hungry fucking tax grab. There's stuff to blame him for, and there's stuff not to. And that would be...
you called it a tax grab, because that's what he's grabbing, our tax dollars.
Man, and hold on.
He's a future grabber, because he's grabbing our mortgaged future.
Well, what about this? The U.S. debt will just default again in the summer unless Congress raises the limit. Instead of cutting spending, we're just raising the limit more. Why not? Who cares? Yeah. I remember when this happened under Obama, twice in his presidency was front page news anywhere. Twice in 6 months under Biden, and it's barely reported on.
And I'll tell you where the problem is. Defense spending. Sure. Yeah, take a look at
our defense spending that let a balloon float over the entire United States before they decided to shoot it down. That defense?
Well, that was lack of will, or as I like to call it, no balls.
Or it being allowed. Oh, it's just, if you're feeling cranky about this, well, let me read this real quick. For anyone in range of the Ohio River water table, take a look at the chemical database at work and see if any info for water treatment, anything I find, will be posted to the Actually channel in the patron Discord. Thank you, Valine. Much appreciated. Are you feeling cranky about all this, Polly?
A bit.
Just a little bit?
A little perturbed. Yeah.
Maybe you should have had breakfast. Oh, wait. Maybe you should skip breakfast. If you can't afford eggs, just skip breakfast. This is from the
Still
Wall
want to go
Street
find out if that Mother Jones article
show.
is real. That Darth Mando tweeted at both of us, where it said eating 3 meals a day is racist.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, absolutely. It said you need to get off of because it's Mother Jones. I mean, fucking pinkos. Yeah. You know,
they're the pinkest of pinkos.
The paradigm of eating 3 meals a day because it's anti-science, racist, and is probably killing you. I kid you not. That's what it said.
Okay, well, considering this is from like 3 days ago, it's probably real. Just skip breakfast. If you're cranky, just shut up.
Right. No one ever gets hangry. Skip breakfast. That'll do a lot for everyone's mood.
Eat your cricket bars and shut up. Get to the back of the train. Oh, my God. But all these people are defending this shit. Listen to this.
No exhaust. No diesel smell. The bus has Wi-Fi. And even USB outlets next to every seat. I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work. That's good
You don't
stuff.
know many people that work in like sawmills or coal factories or cut lumber or anything other than your your foie gras fucking caviar lifestyle, you crazy bitch.
This is just that is not anybody's first priority.
No, it's not. These things are so far out of people's reach, you know, economically and out of reach in terms of, like you said, priority, concern. I don't give a fuck as long as it's got a 12-volt cigarette lighter. Yeah, I'm still calling it a cigarette lighter socket.
I do too.
I can plug a USB thing into it.
Yeah, I have one of those USB plugs I got from the gas station for like $1.
Same here. I bought mine at 7-Eleven. That's the little 12-volt plug-in. It's got 2 USB slots on it. I'm fine with that. You know why? Because I don't need fucking caviar and lobster for breakfast. I mean, I'd like it, but I don't suck off politicians to get political positions.
Have you seen the Twisted Tea video?
No.
Okay, hold on. This video.
Where you from, nigga? Where you from? Where you from? Where the fuck you from, nigga? You from here? Get the fuck out of here, you a clown, nigga. Oh God, you a clown.
It's a white guy just dropping the N-word at a black dude. Just watch
I have
this.
seen this.
From here, you a clown. What, you gonna smack me with that? Smack me. Smack me, nigga.
That's a big man. Quit giving him ideas.
So the USB charger in my car was bought at this store.
No shit.
It was bought at this fucking Speedway. But yeah, I got this for $6 at a Speedway. Give me my Newport 100s and let me get that USB plug. It was bought at this Speedway. Does people want to see it one more time?
Come on, yeah.
He fumbled it. He dropped the ball.
Yeah,
a little bit.
And Greg, what a fucking recovery.
God damn, what a work. But yeah, I bought it right at that checkout, where one to the right of where he's standing.
Oh man, look at him. He's doing like the Michael Jackson lean in the wrong direction.
It was a distraction. That was a play. But yeah, no, this USB plugs in your car are fucking, that should be the least of your priorities as opposed to giving up your autonomy to drive. Or this, they're just lying to you, and they don't care anymore. They don't give a fuck. They're just going to lie to your face.
We talk often about the gas prices going down to about 160 per gallon. That's because the president took historic steps to see that happening. We talk often about the gas prices.
I don't know about you guys, but my gas prices have been going up steadily since the beginning of the year. They've gone up 75 cents
in there. It's like when the president took historic steps to make sure that happened. Oh yeah, how does trip to the Middle East and securing the U.S. petrodollar work out? Rhetorical question.
We can't talk about that one though.
No, it was a fucking disaster, wasn't it?
I have, when I leave here, I have to go fill up my truck, and it's going to cost me no less than $80.
You know what separates me from Bill Maher?
Your dashing good looks.
Well, I am rather dashing, but
your incredible wit.
Well, and the fact that I'm not an atheist psychopath. But you know, besides those things, no. I remember Bill Maher clearly saying, "I hope a bad economy happens, because the worse the economy is, the less likely Donald Trump will be to be reelected come next election, because economies matter very substantially when it comes to voter intentions." Right. You want the entire country to be in a bad spot just so you can get Strange Orange Man out of office. That's how far you're willing to go, and that's how far separated you are from thinking broadly in terms of what's good politically on a federal level. I don't want this. I want a better economy, even if it makes Joe Biden look good. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not in favor of spending double the amount of gas money just to make Biden look bad.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
bills, motherfucker.
That's the fucking difference. Like, it's a Bill Maher. I'm absolutely opposed to you on this one. It would have to be. There it is. Kira, thank you for the $10. My daily loadout. USB-C micro, 6 foot each, 2-charge battery, knife, sharpening stone, etc., etc. I can carry my own power cells. I'm not buying a car that's basically worthless. Yeah, I'm a pockets full kind of guy too. I don't really need all those things included as extras in a $70,000 electric vehicle that I can't afford anyway.
I've told this story before. One of my decently good friends in real life is a diehard Tesla fanboy. He loves his Tesla, but he will be the first one to admit, hey man, this thing is not carbon neutral to the environment until after like 120,000 miles.
Yeah. And we've been down this road before. It's worth repeating, but frankly getting warned because nobody fucking pays attention or takes it seriously outside of, well, let's list them off. Fox News, Breitbart, and for some reason Sky News Australia, and weirdos in strange corners of the internet, and that's us. Hey. Because it doesn't matter what you try and do to fix a carbon fucking footprint. It doesn't matter how much you compost. It doesn't matter an electric vehicle that you buy. You can't make an impact because China and India have policies and environmental impacts that they do. There's nothing you can do to fix it because it is a global problem and they ain't doing nothing. It doesn't matter how much you compost in your backyard. It will not impact because of the impact they have.
I think
So stop.
when it comes to composting, though, Polly, it's more a case of I'm getting ready for the collapse of society so I can grow my own food.
It's more, it is more survivalism and less environmentalism as of late.
Definitely.
I need rich soil to grow my own vegetables.
Dude, look, if you compost correctly, like my mother refers to it as black gold. The shit that comes out of her composting bins, mate. She's like, oh, fuck yeah.
Real quick.
The counts. Oh, sorry.
The titular article was Susan Wojcicki steps down and somebody worse fills her fucking shoes. That was the whole point of everything we talked about right at the top of the show.
NFTs for the win. Yay.
NFTs and removing dislikes. So if you ever need a fucking how-to for something, you can't tell what's bullshit and what works.
How new speaky is that as well? No, you can't have dislikes.
Because you
negative.
need me, Springfield. Your guilty conscience may force you to vote Democratic. But deep down inside, you secretly long for a cold-hearted Republican to brutalize criminals and rule you like a king.
I fucking love that donation. Fostonia, say no more. John Wick, 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 John Wick.
Say more.
I'm trying to. I'm hoping it works.
Rurouni Kenshin. Sword slaughter.
Golden otter.
Yeah, right. The best
Queen speech. It's very new speaky, isn't it? Like you're not allowed the dislike button anymore. You don't say this video is bad. You say it's ungood.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's disinformation.
That's the word. That's the word.
It is disgusting how we're treated anymore, and then we're not given explanations. We're not told why. We're not told how.
What makes you think you deserve one, pleb?
We're told the entire explanation that we get is shut up.
Yeah. I like the way you said it. Eat your cricket bar. Shut up. Yeah.
Eat the bugs. You owe nothing, and therefore you are worth nothing.
That is it to a T. But that is also it for the news. It looks like we are ending the show $178 short of the goal of yeeting Mayor Pete. It's fine. I understand. But
if you want him for the rest of his term, then
I mean that's the case. That's the case. I will leave you guys for just 1 second because my phone is blowing up again. I am sure my mom has misplaced her remote. So if you guys will just take over.
Well, his phone's blowing up. Where was it made? Saudi Arabia?
When your remote doesn't work, do you give it the old tappy tap?
No, not just that. I have been known as well to open up the flap.
Yep.
The onesie flap.
And rotate the batteries, slide your thumb.
Roll the batteries.
Yeah. But the battery roll. Of course. Yeah.
Failing that, take them out and rub them in between your hands.
Yeah, because if they get a little bit warmer, it'll get the juice flowing and it'll work. Yeah, absolutely.
Switch them around. This one's upside down. All right, we'll put it up that way. You know. Also, failing all of that, just press the button on the remote a little bit harder.
And get real precise with your aiming towards the device.
Yeah, you actually, because like instead of like pointing at the TV, you actually you kind of like throw the remote signal at it. You know, like you.
Let's get a little velocity on this IR signal here. Come on, let's.
But it works.
We're all the same kind of idiot. It's wonderful.
I remember my father, when we got a new television when I was very young, and it was one of those remotes that you didn't actually have to point at the television. It would bounce off the walls or some shit like that. And he found it so fucking phenomenal that from then on, and he never used the remote in the same way again. Instead of pointing it at the TV, he would hold it up, pointing towards the ceiling, and press the buttons. And I'm not even like, you know, fucking elbow bent. I'm talking fully extended arm, like he's a black guy who's just won an Olympic medal for the first time. You know what I mean?
So what'd you get at the store?
Oh, tobacco, dude.
Oh, tobacco. I thought you went to the liquor store.
Well, I mean, they sell that as well. The only places that are open at this time is the places that, you know, purveyor of the goodness that is, you know, alcohol and tobaccos. I got some milk in the morning as well for my cup of tea. Although I've been on the coffee recently.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to cut it there, guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Do you guys have anything you want to show before we get out of here?
Noir Bar later on tonight, 12:30 a.m. 12:30 p.m. on Christmas Island. Be there. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, hot.
I got a mama sin thing. I probably have to figure out how to take care of. So guys, yeah.
Also, I'm heading over to twitch.tv/drunkleplays. We're continuing our Hogwarts-based adventure, which is literally killing trans people.
Oh, the genocide continues on Drunkle's Twitch.
Dude, I just got a broomstick. I'm so fucking happy. I'm flying fucking everywhere, mate.
I have seen some of the mods to come out of that. They are definitely funny.
Well, I'm just, because now I can fly. I'm gonna, if I see 2 towers in Hogwarts that are the same, I'm flying into one of them just for shits and gigs, you know.
All right, I have a video going up on the Speakeasy channel and one on the Sin and Sash channel. Go check that out, guys. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you all in the next one.
Have a good night, all.
Channel 10:30 p.m. GMT, 5:30 EST, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Christmas.